And it's a big cheerio to all of our viewers and listeners here at the Cummins Oval, and looking forward to the big clash between the Cummins Ramblers and Tumby Bay. Magpies versus Blues, and it's round 3 action here at the Cummins Oval. Gee, there's renovations happening all over the place. We're in a couple of scaffolding, a couple of lifts, and there's a lot of renovations and a lot of work being done around the Cummins Oval, off and on the Oval, and it's going to be a great day. Weather-wise, not much of a breeze. Beautiful conditions for anything, unless you're a farmer that wants rain. But it's going to be a good day, and the umpires and the players are all out on the ground. And I've been joined by the officially crowned number 49, Bunga. How are you, Bunga?
Good, Chook. How are you today, mate?
I've been told by several people, including yourself, that I'm not to call you Sean. No one calls you Sean, so Bunga it is.
Bunga will do fine, Chook. So, yeah, cracking day, and looking forward to it. It should be a good game, I think.
Big cheerio to Steve Milton, who's given us a little bit of research on some of the team tactics and some of the players. We've got some of the nicknames, which we'll get to shortly as far as the Tumby players are concerned. But is it fair to say, Bunga, that these teams don't like each other too much?
Well, there's been been some rugged affairs over the last probably 15 years. I've played in quite a few grand finals against each other, and seems to be a bit like one of the Crows' power showdowns. It doesn't really matter where they are on the ladder. It always seems to be tight and pretty physical. So I'm sure it'll be that again today.
And you can see on the screen a list of all the sponsors that are involved, and a big cheerio to all the sponsors that make this service that we have every week. We go to a game in regional South Australia, and it's because of our sponsors. So whether it be Bascom Auto Ag, whether it be RAGT Seeds, whether it be AW Vader & Co, whether it be GJ East, whoever it is, we thank them. And all of the sponsors are on the screens, and the Dalrymple Hotel, you would have been to Stansbury, wouldn't you, Bunga?
My brother lives in Stansbury.
Well, there you go.
So
well, the Dalrymple Hotel, Rob Rankin, who runs it, he runs a very good ship.
Yeah, no, I've been in there.
Very good pub. So, but to all the sponsors, we thank them very much. And the toss of the coin's been had. I didn't actually see the result of the toss of the coin.
It doesn't really matter. There's no win.
No, absolutely. As Matt Hardwick for Tumby Bay goes back to his team, and Buchanan goes back to his. And looking forward to a good clash. What are you looking forward to? I mean, you're looking forward to the clash, obviously, but are there any matchups that come to mind, Bunga?
Well, I wasn't here last week, Chook. I was at the Live Golf, but I've heard some big reports about one of our new Rambler players, Harley Chandler, won the Anzac medal last week, brother of Cade that plays at Melbourne.
Yes. Is he a left legger as well, Harley?
Well, I haven't seen him yet, so I don't know. We'll find out hopefully in the first ball up, but the few new ones in for Ramblers this year, and Tumby, I don't really know a lot about them. I know they've lost a few of their probably harder midfielders from last year, but they've won the Colts pretty often over the last few years, so they should have some good young kids up there, I'd say.
And in the Magoos, or in the B grade, or the reserves, whatever you'd like to say, the Ramblers got over the line by a point, 53 to 52, in a great quality game of B grade footy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. There's a bit of feeling in that too, so probably a bit of a precursor to this one, but yeah, pretty good standard that was. And
a big cheerio, as I said, to Steve Milton, but also to Simon Pedler, who's the president of the association, or the league, I should say. He spoke to us on ABC Radio this morning and was talking up how good this game's going to be, and it will be a beauty. Where they are on the ladder, like Bunga said, it doesn't really matter where they are. But you touched on it before. You didn't see him play last week, but you wouldn't have seen him the week after when everyone else is playing, because of course you had the bye first off. So I think you've one game, one win. Is that right,
Yeah,
Bunga?
that's it. We had a bye, and then we had Norwood and West Adelaide playing, so everyone had the week off. And Tumby went down to Yolana, I think,
yes,
in the first
correct.
round, and then they've beaten E United last week, which I know they had a few out too, talking to Maggot Curtis. So I think today they'll be a lot stronger today.
I love these nicknames. When you come to the Eyre Peninsula, I mean, I've got Bunga sitting next to me, and he's just mentioned Maggot. So there's a great start. And I'm Chook, yeah. So plenty of great nicknames. Bunga, before I go any further, and bearing in mind that we have got a mixed audience listening and watching, can you tell us and tell everyone why your nickname is Bunga, or is that something we've got to
Oh,
We got a PG rating.
No. When I went to boarding school, Chook, at Sacred Heart, I got lumped with it in the first day I was there. Fitzgerald, Bunga, Fritz.
Yes.
Stuck with it. It's sort of couldn't get rid of it. So sort of just grin and bear it, and don't know any different now, Chook.
Yeah, well, Bunga could also be interpreted another way, but we'll leave that right alone.
I think they're about to start.
Yeah.
So.
A big cheerio to Paul Rowan as well, who's on the camera. Looking forward to Air TV is where you can go to get his services. He's a very good man on air. Live productions. He's the guy that you need if you need anything on the EP or any videoing thing. He's the main man, and we appreciate his input today. Players shaking hands, saying how do you do and good luck. This game about to get started. Round 3 action. As mentioned earlier, the Ramblers, it's only their second game. It's a little bit confusing when you start talking about round 3, but it's only their second game, but it is a bye situation. Ruckman do battle. Good clearance.
There's
right
Chandler.
From the word go. There's Chandler right from the word go. Looking forward to him. It didn't take long for him to get his first kick. It is a right-legged that he used, and it's gone down to half forward, and the umpire says give it to me. Umpires disguised to cover themselves in the grass colour. Ball gets tapped out towards Pearson. Tried to find the handle on it. He dives on it. Almost Sam Draperish. But umpire says give it to me and we'll throw it up again. Umpires involved early. Both ruckmen were hanging on, so the umpire let it go. Sumner grabs the ball. He's tackled, brought to ground, and the umpire will throw the ball up. 44 seconds gone and he's already thrown the ball up 3 or 4 times. Good ruck work off the ground in the end by the Ramblers ruckman in Trelaw. Ball makes its way down the far side in the hands of Murphy. Now getting it to Challenger. Gets the handball on. Goes towards Sumner. There's Chandler again. Looks inboard. Good handball looking for and finding the player in Morris. Morris goes down near the wing. The umpire's seen something in the marking contest and there'll be a free kick to Dennis. Dennis kept it fairly low. I don't think he tried to kick it that low, and as a result, McDonald takes a good defensive mark. That's Tom McDonald. There's a couple of McDonalds in the team. Goes inboard once again. Just a little bit of a nervous start from both teams. Modra gets the ball. Modra goes down towards the half-forward line. There's a marking contest infringement, and Roll get the free kick. On the 50-metre defensive arc, goes out to the far side. Once again, that ball's a little bit lower than what he expected. Out towards Chandler. Good tap forward. Ends up now in the hands of Challenger. Challenger's been busy early. Gets it down towards the half-forward line. Good tackle. Nearly dacked him, the player there in Hartwick. Gets the ball forward. Yellow shorts. I'm not sure what that signifies. We might ask Bunga shortly, but it goes out to the yellow shorts again. Goes with a left boot deep into the forward line. Is going to carry. It's going to bounce a couple of times. Good defensive work by the Ramblers. The handball didn't actually get the target, but with a little curly kick around the boundary line. Goes into some clearance, and Ramblers will be the first ones there. Handball, it comes out towards Buchanan. Buchanan with his left goes down in front of us. And a good mark in front of the eyes to Richardson. Richardson swings around, gets down towards the half-forward line. Skill error again. We've lost the cameraman's fallen asleep there for a sec, but he's back on the job now. Murphy swings in towards the half-forward line. Goes towards the half-forward line as far as the 50-metre arc. There's Chandler. He went to handball once and then chose to go over the top. Now over there in the hands of Morris. Morris being busy, goes down the line, finds Trelaw. Trelaw, the ruckman, goes long, goes deep, goes into the forward 50 just. Good contested ball and good mark there by Richardson. Richardson plays on quickly to create some space. That's a lovely kick. Claughton's going to take a shot on goal. You can see the scoreboard in the distance. That was well done by Richardson, Bunga.
Yeah, good skills, Jimmy Richardson, and for a big man, he doesn't like to get up the ground too much, but he does use it well. And Darcy Claughton, left footer here, should kick it.
Very deliberate in his approach. Bit of a 9-iron type approach as far as the distance and height goes. And a minus score to the right-hand side of the stick. Yeah, good effort by Richardson. He took the contested ball and looked up and played on straight away just to create some space in that forward 50. Fullback for Tumby, kicks the ball out. Comes out towards Modra, or Modra takes a fly. Now makes its way down to the half-forward line. Once again, the player could have been done for holding on, but the umpire said let it go. Handball, Hardwick over the top while he's lost the handle on it. It's bounced up all right for him. He swings around on the right, just a little dribble kick. That was Degner, Harry Degner. Gee, it wasn't going to sit up for him, but it bounced up all right in the end there, Bunger, and that's the first blood to Tumby.
Yeah, read it well and pretty explosive there too. Got away quick and little dribbler through. So the yellow shorts, Chook, that signifies someone that's still eligible for Colts. So Ollie Jewett there, I think it was, in the yellow shorts, played Colts this morning and backing it up this afternoon.
No pressure, Bunger, but I've just had to put the 2 scores on the scoreboard. That's your job, young fella.
Yes, it is. Oh, well.
Oh, hello, we've lost... oh, no, we haven't.
Can't do everything at once.
I'll put the score on there, mate, so it's all good. Okay, the umpire's seen something. He didn't like the way you threw it up, I think, so he's going to go again. Once again, good tap, that time by Treloar. Ends up in the hands of Murphy. Swings around on the left, goes deep into the forward 50 again. Awkward bouncing ball. The player there in Modra, as in the Joel variety, dives on it. No opportunity, and the umpire says, give it to me. I'll throw it up again.
3 Modras in the team today, Chook. Modra brothers.
22 is one of them. Number 4 is one of them. And number 11 is one of them. And free kick's being given. And it's going to the player in Bullard, I think it is, over there. That's a very nice looking beard he wears. Bunger, we might have to comment on that a little bit later on.
The long sleever, she's a bit hot for that today, I would have thought, but he wears it every week.
Sumner lost the handle on it. He was tackled as he was about to get the handball away. It was forced out and we'll have a ball in. Great conditions. Cannot complain about the conditions here at Cummins. Ruck-do battle. McDonald up against Treloar. Great tackle. What's the umpire going to say? Did he have prior opportunity? The umpire says no. He might have gone a little bit high. Plays on straight away, looking for Murphy. Murphy, a stab kick, goes to that player we mentioned in regards to the yellow shorts, and it was Jewett. He got the ball on, well played, and good start by Tumby.
Yeah, Degner's kick too.
Once again, the yellow shorts caught the eye. Jewett again. It's all the secret is to getting the ball going into the forward line as quickly as possible to create a little bit of space if possible, I guess, Bunger.
Well, we all know if you're a backman, you don't like it coming in quick, do you?
No, that's for sure.
Tumby have, very fast entries there, and 3 inside 50s to 1 so far, and they've kicked 2 goals.
Toby Modra, we saw take a specky and almost land on his head. He's here in the near side wing, so we know that he's okay, so that's good. He did land awkwardly, but everything's all good. The ruck contest, once again, doesn't go to the advantage of the team that he was expecting to. Oh, the player's gone. He went, Chandler went a bit too, went through the, trying to get past a couple of players and was done for holding the ball. Handball quickly goes to Murphy, who kicked the ground rather than the ball. Now it ends up in the hands of the player there in Bullard, who gets it down towards the half-forward line. Richardson's there again, but he's outnumbered. Now in the hands, it's spilled clear, looking for Buchanan. Buchanan down towards the forward line. It's a half volley. The umpire won't pay it. Picked up at shoelace level. I think that might be Bilney down there.
Yeah, where's Bilney?
Bit of a half volley there, so the umpire wasn't fooled by it. And the ruck work gets done. Hurried kick, that time by a cross. Murphy's been busy. Goes down towards the near side wing. Handball goes to no one in particular, just to get a bit of a clearance, and almost got a high tackle there, the player. Ducked into it, that Clawton. Bit of ducking, a bit of weaving, and the umpire's letting it go, which isn't a bad thing. Good tackle by Clawton then. Yeah, and the umpire's just signalled that you were ducking. I probably could have said that to 2 or 3 players in that transaction there. As the ball comes to Bullard. Bullard been busy as well. Gee, I'll tell you what, they're wearing Richardson now. They had 2 players on him then. The ball's been cleared. The umpire said not 15, so play on. The ball from Tumby goes down towards this side wing again. Bullard overruns it that time. Still got some clearance. Franklin's the player that gets over in towards the centre. Moderate gets the ball down towards the half-forward line. Richardson, again, for a big man, he tapped the ball forward to his own advantage, bounced up beautifully, swung around into the forward 50. The player over there is Fitzgerald. Any relation, Bunger?
Oh, long lost cousin somewhere along the line.
Gets it back to Richardson. Handball is cut off by the Tumby side, and they'll rebound from half-back. Kick it to nowhere in particular. There's Jewett over there with Moderate. Moderate was being held onto without the ball, but the umpire didn't see it that way. Jewett goes back with the yellow shorts and grabs it. Kicks with the yellow shorts. He didn't kick with his yellow shorts. He kicked with his left foot. Ends up now in the hands of Hardwick, who's been busy, as has Murphy, who's now got it almost back into the centre of the ground. Murphy looks for his options. Jacko Murphy goes long with that lovely left. Goes deep into the forward 50. A contested ball. Once again, hits the ground. Soccer off the ground by Degner, who's kicked the first two. Umpire didn't like the look of that. And the Ramblers will get the resulting free kick, and it'll go to Skinner. What have you liked so far, Bunger?
Oh, it's pretty hot in the contest, isn't it? I think Tumby have rebounded pretty well every time Ramblers have tried to go forward, and Jimmy Richardson not getting much room there. Like you said, he's sort of being double teamed in the air, so Tumby are winning it back there.
Good work by Blacker in half back. Now it's on half forward, or almost in the centre in the ground, I should say. Quick handball out by Fitzgerald. That was well done. Nice work in the corridor. Lovely lead, lovely grab. If it wasn't a mark, it was a push in the back. Well played.
George Pedler kick there. He's been doing that for 2 decades. Chook, great player for Ramblers.
I tell you what, I wouldn't mind being a full forward to get a pass like that come into me, and Harley Chandler will have a shot on goal. Call it in for us, Bunger.
All right, I'll back him from here. I've never seen him kick apart from today, but should be able to kick them, Chook, wouldn't you?
Straight in front.
Slowly comes in, nice ball drop.
We put the mockers on him.
We have. Anyway.
Just to the near side, just a bit of a hook. Minor score. Who were the goal umpires, Bunger? Do you know the goal umpires?
Well,
We've got to mention them while
yeah,
we're here.
who have we got down there? I can't see the Tumby one. I know up for Ramblers we've got James Spider Minard. He's filling in for me. It was meant to be my job until I got a better offer.
Oh, lovely work. You got the number 49 hat over. You've done well.
Yeah, hopefully no abuse up here either.
Ends up now in the hands of Mondra. Mondra must have heard a call from the opposition. Ended up handballing to him. Well done by Pedler. Now Mondra's ended up with it. Handball going the old 1-2. Crittenden was the player that got the handball away, but it's been cut off. And once again, an accidental spoil that ended up. Bit of a scrambly play here on the near side wing. Mondra's got the tackle on the Tumby player. He's not going anywhere. And the umpire says, give it to me.
Plenty of pressure on every time someone's got the ball. There's heat from both sides early on.
Yeah, Cross had it and was tackled straight away. Ruck work, no real clear winner again. Moderate gets it, spins around, bumped into the opposition and got the handball away, but didn't really hit the target. McDonald grabs the ball, tackled by Milburn, and the umpire says, I'll throw it up again. Umpires have been busy. McDonald gets the tap, but once again didn't really get an advantage. He ended up roving his own ball. Good tackle by Pedler. He's not going anywhere, and the umpire says, well, I'm going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger at the end of today with the amount of exercise I'm getting throwing this ball up. Up it goes. McDonald again. Ends up in the hands there of Bullard, who goes down towards the half-forward line. Once again, 2-on-1 was the situation, and Pearson takes a good contested ball, jumping in front of the pack. Goes over on the far side. Didn't bounce very kindly for the player there. Challenger, I think it might have been. He's dived on it. Player says... I think that player might be Buchanan, says to the umpire, is that holding the ball? And the umpire says, no prior opportunity, let's throw it up again. Half forward line for the Ramblers. Jewett's there again. It's always good for a commentator when someone's wearing a different coloured shorts than everyone else. We'll be able to pick him out. Anyway, the Ramblers get it down towards the half forward again. Once again, bouncing ball, swung on the boot by Crittenden. Crittenden goes down to the forward line. Good contested ball again. Bilney again, I think it might be. He's been good down there.
Yeah, good player, very smart. Played a bit of VFL in his day, Chook, went over with Eddie Betts when he went to Carlton.
Oh, there you go.
In the younger days, so he's been around. And
who do you barrack for in the AFL, Bunger?
Well, bit of a Crows man these days, Chook.
So you'd be pretty happy after Thursday night.
My kids are diehards, so it was good.
Well, the Cats play tonight, that's who I barrack for.
Well, you would be up and about this
Well,
year.
I am at the moment, but we'll probably get beaten tonight. Anyway, Bilney has a shot on goal. The goal umpire once again goes to his right, our left, and the goal umpire said, I haven't gone across far enough for a minor score. That's a major, and it's the first one for Cummins Ramblers.
Yeah, Wes Bilney, very good kick, as good a skills as you see in country footy, I reckon, from Wes. He's getting on a bit now, late 30s he would be, but...
Hard at it.
Yeah,
hard at it.
He's just very smart, and he makes his possessions count, so... Jackson Murphy's had a fair bit of it for Tumby too, I've noticed he's looking pretty good.
Well, Bunga, no pressure, but we'd expect you to do champion data on every player and every stat possible if you can. But let's just stick with it.
I'll just concentrate on trying to
Let's just stick to the scoreboard. 15, almost 15 minutes gone. Players in the middle are saying, how do you do? Once again, they're trying to get the match up to make sure that Ramblers don't have free rein. Oh, good pick up at grassroots level. The umpire said it might be high. Yes, he is. He's saying it's high, and it's going to go to Bullard, who's been good.
He's had a lot of it so far.
Goes to the half-forward line once again. Contested ball. Ends up in the hands of Modra. Is that high? Yes, it is. Modra as in Toby. Plays on straight away. Deep into the 50. Once again, trying to create space.
Yeah.
Good use of the body. That was really good use of the body. Just nudged Cox out the way a little bit. Enough to be effective, but not enough to be a free kick.
Yeah, once he gets his body where he wants it, he's a hard man to move, Jimmy Richo.
I don't know whether you'd want to run into him in a dark alleyway on a dark night. I wouldn't reckon, Bunga.
No, he's
gentle giant.
He is a gentle giant. His dad actually played a lot of SNFL footy. Adam Richardson.
Oh yes.
Played not the big Adam Richardson for West Adelaide, but his dad kicked 80 odd goals for Central Districts one year.
Crikey. Minor score. And once again, hooked it slightly. Big cheerio to the goal umpire down there, doing a very good job. Not sure who the Tumby goal umpire is, but doing a lovely job down there. I just did notice that we like picking up on things throughout the day. During the B grade, there was one umpire that was dressed up in the white jacket, and there was one guy that didn't worry about the jacket. He just wore a flannelette shirt, which was great to see. Great regional footy. And speaking of which, this contest has been hot, as Bung has already mentioned a few times. Look at the players around the ball. Plenty around that half-forward line. On the 50-metre arc, good pick-up at speed. One hand then crossed it over to his other Sumner, but he was tackled in the meantime. Not going anywhere. Umpire throws it up again. Tap, once again, just trying to get some forward motion. Sumner might have gone in, yeah. Sumner went in without the eyes on the ball. Just backed in, might have been a high contact. And yeah, yellow card. Eyes weren't on the ball. Player for the Ramblers gets up, he's alright, which is good.
Cody Modra.
Yep. Everyone's worried about him, but hey, guys, just give me the ball, I want a shot on goal.
Yeah, well, we said it'd be, there might be some tensions flying around today. Chook, there always is in these games, so...
Yeah, Sumner unfortunately didn't have eyes for the ball at all. Good umpiring. And a good shot on goal. Obviously, you're not going to miss from that distance, and that gives the Ramblers the lead for the first time for the day. And well done to Cody Modra. And he's fine, which is important. Runs back to his position. Bunga's doing the goal kickers, I think. Is that what you're doing, Bunga?
Yeah, well, I'm doing a few things. That's why I forgot the goals.
Mate, I'm going to ask you so many questions throughout the day, your head's going to spin.
I think I might have taken too much on. I might just stick with the scoreboard from now on. But but no, obviously I've taken the inside 50s and clearances 3 to Ramblers, 2 to Tumby Bay so far.
As Jewett makes his way for Tumby into the centre. Good contest so far in the ruck. No clearance again. That time McDonald, as in the Jack variety, got the ball from his own ruck work. Last goal scorer Modra gets the ball down towards the half-forward line. Gee, I tell you what, Richardson's been very good for a big fella, bending down at speed, grabbing that. Good ball deep into the forward line. Tumby, well done in defence. Bilney, good tackle to make sure the ball's been forced out of bounds, and we'll have a ball in. Field umpire just says to the boundary umpire, what do you think, mate? Do you think it's a throw-in, or do you think it's a point, or do you think it hit the post, or what should we do?
I think we could see it from here. Oh, no, they'd be talking about last disposal.
Yeah, last disposal. The last disposal was after a tackle, and Bilney, we have a shot on goal. It was a good tackle, probably deserved some recognition because he did force the ball out at the time.
I'd back him from here too.
The umpire's blowing the whistle. I'll tell you what, you're going to have to commentate more often. Oh no, it's a minor score. The crowd was clapping and a few of the players were clapping, trying to fool the goal umpire. Goal umpire said, no, I'm not going to have any of that. And a minor score to the Ramblers. Good defensive work by the forward line of the Ramblers, keeping the ball in there. Murphy's got a lovely left boot. He gets an extra 10 metres from the goal square and goes deep out the far side, looking for Hartwick. Hartwick dives on the ball. It's squirted out. Once again, the umpire says you duck, so there won't be a free kick for high on the Ramblers player. That player was Morris over there. Can't is the player that was tackled, brought to the ground, and the umpire says, give it to me. Up it goes again. Nice tap by the Tumby ruckman. McDonald it was. But once again, no chance of a clearance. Player there in cave, grabbed the ball but couldn't get a release. Jewett leads in the chase of the ball. Tapped it, but ended up in the hands of Bullard. Modra's got it. Oh, great work. Good tackle. I don't know how he got rid of it. There was no free kick given against Buchanan. Still in the centre. Modra's got it. He's tackled as well. Ball spilled out. I would have thought it might have been holding the ball, but the umpire didn't see it that way either. Bounces towards the player there in Degner, who's kicked 2 goals already. Good tackle by Clawton. Over on the far side, over near the recently announced retiring Rowan Ramsey MP. And we'll have a ball in. When's he retiring, Bunga? You follow your politics, do you?
Yeah, no. Well, not really. I have to chase him up for his sponsorship for that sign before he does hang him up. But
he's been very good politician for the areas and very long time, so we wish him well in the retirement.
Big area, isn't it? He's done a lot of driving.
Absolutely. Well done again by Bullard. You've got to pick 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 best players at the end of the day too, Bunga. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
And Bullard would have to be in the conversation already. He's been very good.
He's having his best game I've seen him play for Ramblers. Moved here last year and he's having a good game. Good
tackle by Pearson. Ball wasn't going anywhere, so the umpire, there he is again. Bullard gets it down towards the half forward line. Ball goes past Cretton. Ramblers player once again. Close contest. Gale's over there as well. Ball's been forced out and we'll have another ball in. It was an accidental soccer. It wasn't deliberate. So no last touch scenario there. That's got to be a free kick against... hello. Yep. And it's going to Milburn. Ends up in the hands of Buchanan. Buchanan, there he is again. Talking about best players, Richardson would be in there, but that was not one of his better kicks. He gets it down to the forward line as quickly as he could. A quick has it gone through? Did it bounce up all right for him? It did. The player there for Tumby, I think it might have been the Budgie. He went to soccer it through to create a point. He's missed the ball, and the opposing number 26 comes through. Bilney, thank you very much. And Bunga, you're doing a great job for someone who's virgin fly. Very impressive. Not only doing stats. Speaking of the B grade goal umpire, I think he's walking past the commentary spot as we speak. Yep. Did a very good job, I might add.
He didn't have to take long to get changed after the match anyway.
I'm joined here by special comments, Bunga Fitzgerald. All complaints be in writing to the Ramblers Football Club, please, not to me. Chandler tries to get his hands on it. He goes back. He's good enough to get it himself. Ends up with handballing to Pedler. Pedler goes down towards the half-forward line. Awkwardly bouncing ball. Oh, well done by the player there in row. Gets the ball back towards the centre, looking for Murphy, who's been busy. Awkward bouncing ball again. Now hands in the hand, Clawton. Clawton, little chip kick. It's been paid. Distance-wise, ends up with Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald deep into the 50 now. Goes towards player there in Cretton. 2 versus 1. Forced out. I reckon that might be Modra over that far side. He's in a struggle with the ball with Cave. And no one's going to cave in. So the umpire says, give it to me. He throws it up again. Umpires have been busy. Both ruckman pushed against each other, so the umpire said let it go. And the player there in Gale has the ball and hands it to the umpire for another ball up. We'll get some stats from Bunga very shortly. Both ruckmen go for the ball and none of them touched it when it touched the ground. Well done that time by Cross, I think it was. Ends up in the hands of Murphy, who's been very busy and very good. Handball on that half back line. Needs to get rid of it quickly, and that was Cave. He's been busy the last couple of minutes. Goes down towards the Ramblers player in Kant, who gets the handball away. Now it's made its way into the forward 50. Gee, I don't know whether you mark best players quarter by quarter, but this guy's going to figure in any conversation you have with better players on the ground.
That's Ramblers' 10th inside 50 chook to Tumby's 4th, so...
Call this goal for us, mate.
He'll kick this. It's a nice kick.
You've done it again, have you? No, you haven't. You've called it correctly.
Pretty reliable normally, Big Jimmy.
What's the story behind Richardson? Is he a local lad? Like, he's been here all the time, Bunga, has he?
Yeah, lived here his whole life. He was came through the Colts, and yeah, he's actually only about 20, I think. He's a big boy. He might be 21, but he's lives and works here, and yeah, great lad. He's comfortable sitting deep forward, Chook. He doesn't like coming out too far, but he has got
Aren't we all?
skills. Yep.
Aren't we all? And he started the game like a hurricane. Absolutely fantastic start. Ball goes up again and goes down again. Ends up in the hands of that player, Chandler. You were looking forward to seeing him, and he's putting on a show. Goes into the forward 50. We speak of Richardson, and there he is again. He's going to go use his left. Wasn't as attractive as his right. Oh, good contested ball. Bit of a how do you do again. McDonald came in a little bit late, but it was nothing too nasty. And Channel will have a shot on goal. No, well, it must have been nasty enough to get a 25-metre penalty by the look of it, Bunga.
I thought he sort of held back there. He could have ironed him out, but he probably did the right thing in the end and backed out. But 25 metres, that's the rule now. Chook, head-high contact.
With the yellow card that Sumner got, he's off for 10 minutes. Is that the ruling there?
Pretty sure, mate. Yep. 26
minutes gone in this first term. The Ramblers have started really well, and that helps it along the way as well. We will mention, Bunga mentioned that there's not much of a breeze. So when you look at the score line, don't think that the breeze is going one way or the other, because it's a bit of a puff teeth, the breeze at the moment. A zapper, I think you call it. Don't you? Is that the terminology for
the small breeze? Yep.
Yes.
Yes. No. Pretty even really, but Ramblers just had a few more inside 50s here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't recall if there was a point or not. Maybe I've got that wrong. I'll change it.
What we'll do is we'll
back ourselves in.
We'll back ourselves in, and we'll check it each term, because the goal umpires will confer. As Modra ends up with the ball on the wing, once again a good kick down towards the Richardson player, who once again, I was going to say he's really cleaned down near his shoelaces, but he wasn't that time. He lost the handle on it. Player there grabs it. I think that might have been Rowe, who was tackled by Clawton, who's been good. And the ball goes up again. McDonald's gets the tap away, doesn't go the advantage of anyone, but it's ended up now in the hands of Buchanan. Buchanan onto Pedler. Pedler swings around on his right boot, goes deep into the forward line, bouncing ball. There wouldn't be much time left in this first term.
Not bad, Chook. You called that.
It wasn't bad, but being an old fart like me, Bunga, I didn't even hear the siren. I just noticed they all stopped. That's the only reason why I knew it was quarter time. Now, Bunga, it's quarter time. I really like the skill level. It's very early in the season. It's only the second game the Ramblers have played, but they look very stylish.
Yeah, they've used the ball pretty well. Tumby did at the start. I thought Tumby looked like they could be run-away with it early, kicking those first couple of goals. They looked like they're moving it forward pretty quick, but it is warmer than you think out there too, Chook. So I think
we're in the shade. We're in the shade, so it's a little bit misleading for us. But when you're in the sun, direct sun, it's a little bit warmer. That's for sure. Who are some of the better players? Who are the goal kickers, and who are some of the better players from both teams in your eyes, Bunga?
Goal kickers: Wes Bilney's kicked 2 for Ramblers, and for Tumby Bay, Harry Degner kicked those first 2. Better players for Ramblers, I would say James Richardson's probably been their best. Harley Chandler's been good, and Zach Bullard, Wes as well, and then Tumby. Jackson Murphy's been alright, I reckon, and obviously Harry Degner kicked those 2 goals, but it hasn't been up there a lot after that. So
Hardwick's playing all right too, but he's a bit like Richardson in the sense that he's got 2 players on him every time the ball goes down there. One player that I wouldn't mind mentioning as far as the Ramblers are concerned is Buchanan. I thought he's been pretty good as well.
Yeah, he's got a lovely left foot, Blair. He's a bit Stewie Jew-like. We mention it when we watch him. He's probably not the quickest guy going around, but when he gets it, he's pretty lethal.
And also, we're talking about Jewett for Tumby wearing the yellow shorts, which is good for a commentator. Well, to Blair Buchanan, a bald head, that's pretty handy as well.
It stands out, that's right, especially on a sunny day. So, Ramblers, just a few stats here. Ramblers 13 inside 50s to 4 for Tumby. So, they've been getting it in there a lot more, Ramblers, and probably capitalised really. And then the clearances, Ramblers winning them 6-2. So, just getting heckled here, Chuck.
Gee, you're just showing off your skills now. Look, I asked you to do the scoreboard, and you've taken on a hell of a lot more, which is very impressive.
Well,
Bunga.
You can really say anything, and no one will know, will they? I don't think anyone else will be taking it.
Well, it's on video. It's on video. They'll be able to check back. Hey, Bunga, tell us a little bit about the club, the Cummins Ramblers. You're, I believe, vice president. Is that right? Who?
Yeah, I was president the last 2 years.
Yep.
Scott Black is president now, but yeah, well, you would know, Chuck, but they've won the most A-grade premierships in country football,
yes.
42, I think it is. So,
brilliant record.
And they did have that stint there many years ago when they won 15 in a row. So.
Holy smoke! I'd forgotten that.
Yeah.
So you've got Scott Blacker as president, which is brilliant. You've got yourself as vice president. You've got Adam Harsma.
Yes, you'd know Adam. He went viral a few years ago as the parcel.
Yes.
Kicked that running goal right here on this ground.
Now you'll be able to tell me this, I reckon, but how is he related to Leo Harsma?
He is Leo's grandson.
Rightio.
Yep.
And my father, who's no longer with us, and Leo were good mates in the same industry.
Yep.
So I was going to ask you that question earlier off air, but now that we're on air, not sure no one will mind.
No, very good family, the Harsmas. Adam's one of 6 boys actually. So Jack played a bit of leg footy for Glenelg and Port. And also won the male medal here a few years ago.
I reckon he was at BSR as well in the Northeastern Footy League for a while. But very well-known family, the Harsmas, and Harslets and Harsmas. It's quite a combination there. It's some of those business trips that the old guys used to go to.
Well, they would have sat next to each other with surnames like that if it was alphabetical order.
And tell us, as far as the footy club goes, you can see that there's work being done on the Oval. Yep. You can see there's a hell of a lot of work being done with the complex behind us. Tell us a bit about what's going on around the place.
So the new complex is a joint club rooms, or joint community facility it's called, and it's the 2 Cummins football teams, Cougars and Ramblers, have come together to build it. We'll each have our own separate areas in there, but can be opened up to use for a community event or a wedding or whatever. So it's been, it's good because the 2 clubs have probably not got on well historically over the years, but the current generation probably is a bit more receptive to things, and it's been good working with them. So.
It's early days, and we can't spin the camera around to show everyone, but it's early days, but it looks like it's going to be absolutely magnificent.
It's probably overdue, Chuck. I mean, we'd be the only club nearly in SA that doesn't have a club rooms at their Oval. And at least now, it's going to be state of the art, and it's going to be great for the whole community.
There you go, Bunga. There's a couple of good-looking roosters. Just here. No, look on the screen.
Oh, nice.
There you go. That's
us.
Right,
eh?
Yeah, there you go. Number 49. There's Bunga.
I like that hat.
Yeah, it's a great hat. Anyway,
Right.
That's
enough. Change the scoreboard. Hey, it looks like.
It looks like you might have been 1 point over, but that's okay. Siren goes. Whistle blows to get the second quarter underway. Ruck work once again. Good tap by Treloar. Ends up going down towards the half-forward line. Oh, good courage again by Chandler. Gets the ball forward, but good defensive work by the Tumby team. Clearing kick by Gale. Goes out on the far side. Goes out towards the chasing player there for Cummins.
Mickey Franklin.
Little handball. I think that might have been Treloar that gets the boot down to half-forward. Ends up now in the hands of Clawton. Goes towards the 50-metre arc. Goes inside 50. Looks like Tumby trying to rebound it out of 50. The player there, Gale, lost the handle on it. Goes back, dives on it. and the umpire says, give it to me. Umpires have done a good job. McDonald goes up in the ruck. Buchanan bounces off him. He goes back and gets it. He's got a left boot, so he had time to get back onto it. Goes deep into the forward line. Good defensive work by the Tumby player, but once again he lost the handle. And Chandler has a shot on goal. Pings with his right, and it goes right. And the goal umpire lost his hat while signalling out of bounds in the full.
Spider Minard down there, the goal umpire. I think it might be his first A-grade game. And
I tell you what, he was running so fast his hat flew off.
He looks right at home back there too. I think he could have this job for the year.
He was carrying his drink while he was signalling as well, which we'll talk about that later on too. Anyway, ends up in the hands of Bullard, who handballed it in the end to himself. Gets back to Treloar. Treloar bangs it on his right with no particular reason or reasoning, going towards Billy. It wasn't a very controlled kick, it's got to be said, by Treloar. And the boundary umpire says last touch. We'll go to Tumby. Goes down towards Murphy. 2 versus 1 in the contest it turned out to be. Bullard, who's been very good, goes to Buchanan, who always is going to use that left, and I'm sure Tumby's aware of that. Goes down. The umpire didn't see the holding on the player there, and there's a bit of a holding on, but that wasn't there. Oh, it's the budgie, I reckon it might have been. No, it was cross, I think. Good sportsmanship shown by Pedler to pick Cross up off the ground, and there'll be a shot on goal. Cross went to handball the ball away and missed the hand on the ball. The umpire saw it, and it'll be a shot on goal to Tom Crittenden. Little stab kick, not wasting too much energy. And Spider says, that's my call, that's a goal. Grabs the flags and signals. That's a good one. Good tackle there by Crittenden.
Looks like they've got George Pedler up forward. He's dangerous up there. He's an old veteran, but very smart up there, so he'll be one to watch out for. Shook.
Pearson for Tumby in the centre. McDonald will be doing the ruck work. They need an answer, and they need it pretty quickly. Challenges in there as well. McDonald gets the tap, but once again, no real advantage. Actually tapped it into the chest of Treloar, and it's landed on the ground, as has Challenger, who hands it to the umpire again. Murphy's in there as well. He's been very good. Well done, Treloar gets the tap forward. Little tap goes to the advantage of Murphy, who gets the handball away. Goes to the yellow shorts of Jewett. He gets the handball smothered by Chandler, who also got his handball smothered, that time by Rowe. Rowe's been good defensively, Bunga.
Yeah, he has been. I'm not sure who he is. He might be a new player this year, I think. But yeah, he's been good.
We've got some information from Steve Milton that we'll pass on shortly. 2 of the better players on the ground meet each other. That's Chandler tackling Murphy. No prior opportunity, and the umpire throws it up again. McDonald ends up in the hands of Buchanan. Buchanan swings it around. Oh, good mark. Low level. Good grab by McDonald. There's 2 McDonalds out there.
Twins they are, big boys.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Didn't know that. Anyway, oh, Murphy's in trouble. Holding the ball. Pedler ends up with it. Uses his left. Gets it down to Bilney as quickly as he can. Good set of hands.
Already 5 inside 50s to none this quarter, Chook. So
3-on-1 against Murphy there. He didn't stand much of a chance, to be honest. You might like to mention who the runners are for both teams, Bunga.
Yeah, well, we got any on screen there, have we? Well, we've got Rob Shirley out here for Ramblers. He's obviously well known. 150 games for the Crows, Adelaide Crows. Came over here 10 or 11 years ago and actually coached Ramblers to a flag. And then for Sturt, they've got Michael Maggot Curtis, who he's been a great footballer. He played a Sturt premiership, I think. He definitely did, and won a male medal here as well when he came back a bit later on. So
another goal to the Ramblers. Why is, once again, PG rating, why is Michael Curtis called Maggots?
I don't know, Chook. He's been that since he was a little kid, so he answers to it, so you just keep calling it to him, I guess. But
hope he doesn't become an umpire.
I umpired minis with him today.
Well, there you go. Did anyone call him a white maggot?
Not in the minis.
Makes his way back to the centre. 34 points the margin. Nearly 6 minutes gone in the second term. Murphy and Buchanan are standing each other, almost a tagging role. Chandler's there as well. Chandler dives on the ball. Challenger and Chandler look like they're matched up against each other as well.
Challenger for Tumby, a young straight out of Colts last year. I think he actually won the league, Colts best and fairest. So
he's done it right today.
Yep.
Buchanan lost the handle on it. Umpire's letting it go, which is good. Ends up with Sumner, who's back on the ground after having a yellow card earlier. Yeah, good grab.
Oh, he's called it, but it's hit the ground.
Yeah, I didn't think it did hit the ground. We'll have to do a bit of DRS on that later on. Anyway, Tumby gets the tap. High contact. Umpire didn't spot that one. Buchanan lucky to get away with that one. No complaining by Hartwick. Ball gets tapped up. Sumner, oh, great roving. Took off the ruck in contest. Gets it down to the forward line. That's well done. And a good grab at the low level diving. And Tumby, to say that they need a goal is an understatement, Bunga.
Yeah, it is. That was a good clearance. They haven't had many clearances, but they got that out. Sumner really quick, slammed it on the boot, and Nigel James playing in front. He's a big man, so once he gets front spot, very hard to move.
Umpire moves to his left slightly, but just to put everyone off a little bit, I think. He's looked at it go over the top of his cap. Well done by James.
Nigel James, I don't think I can recall him rucking today. He normally does a lot of the ruck work, but must be playing as a permanent forward.
Well, interesting stat, interesting nicknames. We're talking about Bunga, we're talking about Maggots, we're talking about all these different nicknames. Well, Nigel James's nickname is Jamesy. What the hell's going on there? We want something a bit better than that, don't we?
Yeah, not a lot of thoughts gone into that one, has it?
It's a good goal. Yeah, well done. Tumby needed it.
Playing in front, and yeah, the quick kick in, and he took the mark.
McDonald gets the tap. Going to end up in the hands of Buchanan if he can grab it in time. Good tackle. Well done, Challenger. Well done, Buchanan as well. Hands it to the umpire. No prior opportunity. Trelaw and Challenger just saying, how do you do? McDonald, nearly got to Sumner again. Oh, great tackle. Buchanan good enough to get rid of it. Ends up with Bullard. Bullard gets to the half-forward line. And there's Pedler again. Bit of a shimmy and a shake. Goes down towards the forward line looking for Richardson. Got his fingertips to it, but it's gone past him. It's now a defensive rebound by Pearson. Takes the bounce. Goes over on the far side. Looking for the player over there in Whitaker. Outnumbered though, going to come back with a bit of interest with Morris. Ends up, goes inboard. The Ramblers looking all right with Pedler on his left, kicking from 45 metres deep into the forward line. A one-on-one contest. Great defensive work by Tumby to punch the ball towards the boundary line. Little scoop back, going to get a bit of a rebound, this time by Cross. Cross goes inboard into the corridor, and they just need to calm the farm a little bit. Tumby looks at the options. Goes down towards, still in the defensive zone.
Challenger again, he's had a pretty good game.
Yeah, he's been good. Buchanan was right next to him, but good work by Challenger. Oh, good handball away, that time by the player there for the Ramblers. Once again, a little handball goes backwards to try and get the advantage of going forward, and there he is again, Buchanan.
He's getting himself into it now, isn't he, Blair?
You can guarantee he'll use the left, which is exactly what he does. He goes deep into the forward 50. A little shove in the back yet. Good umpiring. Good spotting. Ramblers player trying to get a better option there as far as Crediton's concerned. And the umpire spotted the two hands in the back, and the Tumby defender will take the kick. Good spoil. Ends up in the hands of Bilney, who goes around on the left. Worm burner of a kick. Goes once again deep into the forward line. McDonald's there. McDonald gets the handball away to Challenger. Challenger's been very good. Little kick once again. Diving mark. Liked his game, Rowe. He's been good. Still in the defensive 50. Rowe kicks down towards the wing. Over on the far side. Parsons misses the mark. Goes back and gets the handball away. Trelaw, I think it was, got the handball away as well. Now the ball ends up going down to the forward 50 with no disrespect, I'm going to ask Bunga how to pronounce the surname. I'm going to keep on calling him Budgie.
Well, that's what I call him, so I think we'll stick at that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Comes to Pearson. Pearson to Sumner. Budgie Jar is how you could pronounce it, but I will stick with Budgie. Anyway, Jacko Murphy, he's been very good and he uses his left, goes inboard.
Very nice kick.
Gee, that was a great kick. And good mark too. Ooh. 25 metres.
Yep. Head high contact. So
it was accidental. Claughton, I think, was the offender. Cross, good mark. Doesn't wait for the whole 25 metres. He goes deep into the forward line. James gets us again. Awkward looking kick off the left, but it's going to be good enough. It wasn't the most attractive looking kick by James, but Jamesy gets another one.
Yep, that's 2 inside 50s for Tumby this quarter and 2 goals. So that's what they need. The Ramblers have had, what have they had? 8 inside 50s. So not Tumby Bay making the most of it when they're getting it in there this quarter.
22 points the margin in favour of the home team, Cummins Ramblers. Trelaw's still in the centre. He'll be taking the ruck work. Bullard's in there as well. He's been very good. McDonald for Tumby also contests the ruck. Crosses in there as well. Oh, great tap. There he is again. Murphy uses that beautiful left. Goes deep. Oh, lost the eyes on the ball there, James, but he goes back to get it. He sat on like a... I was in Streaky last night. It was almost Kieran McAvoy on the back of a horse there, but no free kick. As the ball goes up again. Oh, well done out of the ruck. He's taken the grab. A quick handball away. It's going to work out all right. Hartwood got the kick away. Well done. Gee, that was good play by Tumby. Wasn't a lot of style, just forcing the ball forward every opportunity they had.
Good player, McLeod. He kicked that goal. He's very quick. He's been quiet today, but he had a really good grand final last year. He's very explosive and dangerous man. When he gets it, something usually happens.
Well done by Hartwood just to get the ball forward, as well as James.
Well, they're right back in this now. That's they've done well. They've kicked 3 goals this quarter, and they've put themselves right back in the game now.
Kicking straight always helps, doesn't it, Bunga?
Yep, does.
We might get the kids. We might get the kids to head. In every situation when we're doing live streaming, the kids always are in front of us. There's a whole oval that they could have a kick on.
They want to get on TV.
Good
take my microphone off and tell them.
Yeah, no worries, mate. You're right. You can just tell the kids. I'm sure the listeners and the viewers won't mind. As it's on the half forward line, Buchanan again with the left. Goes in towards the 50. Oh, great defensive work. The handball's forced out. Nice work by McDonald to get the ball onto Gale. Gale's been good in defence. Oh, great grab. That's a really good grab by Cox. Centre of the ground. Good contested ball. He looks up to see the options. He goes deep into the 50. Good contested ball. Player looked like he was being held on the way down, but the umpire said play on advantage. Nice handball away by Modric. Gets the backline player a little bit more forward, and Buchanan, who's been busy, swings around on that left. Let us know when he uses his right leg at all, Bunga.
I don't know if we'll see much of that, but here's another left footer.
Bullard on to Richardson. Richardson on to Claughton. Claughton deep in the forward line. Once again, good defensive work again by the Budgie. He tripped over. Might have hit a soft patch on the oval. Ends up now in the hands of Rowe. Rowe gets it down towards the player there who took a good grab. I think that might be Cox over there. No, it wasn't Cox because Cox is now chasing the ball. My apologies, it was Cave that got the ball down to Cox. Ringa-Rosie with the tackle. Good piece of work by the Ramblers to get the ball. Now they make their way into Trelaw. Trelaw, the ruckman, a little pass into Bullard. Well done. Who's going to play on? Gee, was lucky to get away with that. I thought he was going to get tackled. Goes down to Buchanan. Buchanan gets the handball away towards Richardson. Good contested ball here on the half-forward line for the Ramblers. Richardson says, I'm not letting you get that ball away. McDonald's on the ground, hands it to the umpire, and we'll have another ball up. McDonald against Trelaw. Good tap again, but no real style. It might have been a throw. Good umpiring. It was a throw. It was just the old one-handed heave-ho. And it'll be a free kick. And it'll go to the player we were mentioning before in Rowe, who handballs the ball away. Looks for Murphy. Murphy goes down towards the centre. Follows it up. Good play. Half-forward line. Oh, he spilled it at Mark. He should have taken Hardwick, but he's gone back and got it. Swung around on his right boot. Didn't get a lot of distance. The player down there is Degner, who chases the player, tackles it, being forced out. Good work defensively. I think that might have been Blacker down there. Gets the ball out on the far side. Ramblers out of defence. Good kick. Finds Modra. Modra on the far side. You can go out there and get them to come a bit closer to us so we can see it easier if you like there, Bunga. Anyway, Buchanan. What's the umpire going to say? Was it a contested ball?
Out on the full by the look.
Buchanan's trying to fool the umpire and the boundary umpires. Let's see how success rated he is. No. I'll tell you what, he has. I thought it might have been last touch. Yep, marking contest, I guess.
Yep.
And we'll have a ball in by the boundary umpire. He's gone with the long pants, the boundary umpire. Trelaw gets it to Buchanan, ends up in the hands of Bullard, who was tackled straight away. It was forced out, goes back and gets it again, and he's tackled again. This time by McLeod, and we'll have another ball up. Nearly 17 minutes gone in the second term. Challenger was tackled without the ball. He tapped it to his own advantage, but was held onto just a bit long there by Bullard, and there'll be a free kick to Challenger. Handballs to Murphy, and why wouldn't you? And there's a 25 metre. Might have been a bit of a indiscretion towards the umpire, was there, Bunga, do you think?
I couldn't see anything else. We won't make assumptions, but that's all I can think it could have been. So Murphy's trying to take it, but it goes back to Challenger. He's played well, the young fella.
He's played very well.
Jackson Murphy's there ready to get a handball, but they're onto that this time.
Hardwick was the player down there that he was aiming for, but he was double teamed. Good tackle by the Ramblers. Probably would have been a free kick, but it's player advantage anyway. I'll tell you what, Richardson might have had one high. Yes, the umpire's seen it that way. He plays on to Buchanan. Buchanan gets the handball away. Back to Richardson. Little chip kick over on the far side. Not sure where that's gone. There it is. And the ball now in the hands. There he is again. Rowe. He's been good in defence. He might have been slung tackled. Yes, he has. He's been good down there, Bunga.
Yeah, he has. He's been very good. What are your notes on him? Where's he from?
I don't know. I'll tell you in a minute.
Yeah, he's a new player, I'm pretty sure.
Ends up bouncing out towards McLeod. I tell you what, he's done well to almost recover that again. Now over with the player there in Cox. As in Jaden Cox. He's tackled straight away. Buchanan's over there. Bullard's over there. Two of the better players on the ground. It was a good tackle by Modra. Yes. Rucking infringement. There was a hand in the back of the neck, and that's fair enough. Free kick going to Hartwick, I think it is, over there.
No, the kids, they're back.
Yeah, you'll have to tell them off again, Bunga. Say, hey, I'm the vice president of this club, guys. Just shift out the way. Use your authority. Anyway, forward line for the Tumby players. Good defensive work again. Good work by Ramblers to get a clearance, although the handball didn't hit the target. Jewett's in pursuit. Player there is Modra. Gets the handball away. Nice work defensively by the Ramblers to get some clearance, but going to go straight down went straight down the throat of McDonough, but he dropped the sitter. Ends up with Chandler, who gets the handball away. Didn't go to the intended target. It went to McDonald instead, who boons it down to half forward again. Murphy's there as well. Two Ramblers player collided. We'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully no one's hurt. He stayed down. Trelaw's there. Gee, I'll tell you what, they're losing the handle on it. Trelaw's good enough to pick it down at grassroots level. Handballs the ball away and some clearance again. There's Challenger again. He picks up at speed. Zigs and zags. Goes backward to try and get an advantage. I think that was the player there in row again.
Yep.
Lovely work to Pearson. Pearson uses his left down towards Joe. Oh, great spoil. I think that might be Modra down there.
Joe Modra, another first year out of Colts, so good effort from the young fella. I think it was him that got cleaned up only a minute ago.
Increase our chances if we just say Modra, because there's three of them out there, so you've got to be right every now and again.
Yeah.
So that was great defensive work there by Joel Modra. That player that went down, is he okay?
Yeah, that was him, I'm pretty sure.
It was him, was it? Well, he recovered beautifully. That was a great spoil. Boundary umpire just recovering the ball, I believe. Yep. Poor little fella probably had to go and sneak under the car or something to get it. Anyway, Trelaw didn't win the tap. That was good work by Hardwick. Ends up with McLeod again, who goes deep in the forward line. There's James, once again, went for the chest, and it bounced off. Bullard does the tackle. Oh, James has come in late. We might see another yellow card here, I reckon. James probably didn't need to do what he did. player there, yeah, holding the ribs. That's Blacker. Gets up a bit gingerly. He's still holding his ribs there. You might have to keep an eye on we might have to get you to do an Abby Holmes injury update in a minute, Bunger.
I'll go in at half time and see what's happening.
Ball goes up. Richardson gets the tap. Hardwick's there, taps it to his own advantage. Ends up with Jackson, who's gone. Jackson Murphy, who's gone off a Liverpool type soccer kick in the air, and it's a minor score. Yeah, Blacker's coming off. He's holding his ribs. Keep an eye on that. 21 minutes gone this second term. We'll be having a little bit of a break at half time after we've heard the stats from Bunga Fitzgerald, officially known as number 49 of SA Regional Footy, now that he's been presented his cap as the fullback for the Ramblers. Takes a bounce, gets an extra 15 metres and then boots it down looking for his ruckman in Trelaw, who was almost in a good enough position to take the mark, but probably did a bit too much. This challenger, who's been very good, gets to Pearson. Pearson uses that left again, deep into the forward line. He's dropped a couple off his chest, James. Well, he didn't drop that one. He had an extra 3 or 4 metres up his sleeve from his defender, and he's going to have a shot on goal nearly the 22-minute mark of this second term. The Tumby Blues, this will bring the margin back to 9 points, close to half-time. Deliberate is an approach, not a bad-looking kick off the boot. Goal umpire, I tell you what, he didn't get paid to move too much there. Goal umpire says that's straight through the middle. And game on.
Yeah, Tumby Bay, they've owned this quarter, and Nigel James has kicked 3 of his own. They've kicked 4 for the quarter, and yeah, it's game on now, Chook. That's what we want.
Bunger, we'll just reiterate, for those people that might be tuning in for the first time, it's not much of a breeze at all, is there? There's no advantage either end, do you think?
No breeze. We can see the Ramblers centenary flag up there in the breeze, a little bit to the northern end, but look, it's a pretty nice day. Not a lot of advantage to either end, I wouldn't have thought. Not where we're sitting anyway.
Big cheerio to David Beard, who sent through a score. Lock 11 goals 7 are leading the Cougars 1 goal 1.
Yeah.
So doesn't look that attractive, that scoreline. As the ball goes up, Trelaw once again gets the tap. Swung around. Is the umpire going to say you had a prior opportunity to channel it? No, he's not. Umpire has to go and get his own ball and throws it up again, almost smack bang in the centre again. It's McDonald versus Trelaw. McDonald gets the tap. In fact, he gets 2 taps that time. Murphy was hassled off the ball. Good handball away. Play there in McLeod, tries to tap it to his own advantage. Gets it down towards Hardwick. Hardwick gets the ball out towards Cox. Ball didn't bounce all that nicely for him. He went back to get it and he was tackled straight away, and we'll have another ball up.
McLeod's been good for Tumby.
He has been very good this quarter. Both ruckmen were holding on, so the umpire let it go. Hardwick goes on the ground, grabs it. Probably dragged it back in if you were playing AFL and you would have got a free against him, but anyway, that's another story. The umpire said, give it to me. Both ruckmen hanging on again. Good grab by Cloughton. Was he slung tackled?
Holding the ball.
No, he's been done for holding the ball. Degner again, he kicked 2 in the first term. He's going to be kicking from almost probably 48 metres. You can see the 50-metre arc there in front of him. He'll be kicking almost on that line.
I think the breeze has picked up.
Yeah, actually it has. You can see by the trees they are moving a bit more than what they were, Bunger. Big cheerio to some of the sponsors, WSP Distributors in the background and Lincoln Rural Elders. Degner, he actually ends up kicking it from about 53 metres and he sliced it like a 7-iron. Do you play golf, Bunger?
No, I do a little bit. I went to the Live Golf the other day, Chook. Unbelievable.
You did mention that. Were you on the party hole? As the ball comes to Pedler. Pedler, lovely kick. Just a little chip kick. Kick and mark type footy, making sure they keep possession. Were you on the party hole, Bunger?
No, I had a quick look. Had the kids with me, Chook, so I was pretty sensible. So, great event.
I think Pearson got away with a bit of a throw there out of the tackling contest. Richardson, yes, Live Golf. It was a big weekend.
It was massive, yeah. Most people there probably weren't there for the golf, but it was a fantastic event.
wonder what all the old members of the Grange Golf Club were thinking about the yee-hawing and the boozing and the music. Anyway, good handball by Ballard. Goes down towards Chandler. Chandler gets it long, deep into the forward line, looking for Milburn. Good defensive work again. Going to end up with the budgie. The budgie gets to Murphy, who's had plenty of it.
Yeah, he's dominated this quarter.
Goes long with the left. You can almost reach out and grab that bunger if you wanted it. It's gone out of bounds in the fall. There was a grab to Hardwick, but he was over the line. And I think it's Cant that's got the ball. Take the resulting free kick. Touch, play on. The umpire calls it. And the spoil as the siren goes to end the second quarter and the first half of this game. And the margin is 8 points. And I'll tell you what, Bunger, the Tumby Bay side, they must like going to the left of screen, I think.
Yeah, well, they certainly won that quarter quite easily, really. They had a lot more inside, well, they didn't actually have a lot more inside 50s, they just used it better when they went in there. So Nigel James was a target for him up forward, and I thought Jackson Murphy with that long left leg, he got a lot of metres gained from there. Young Challenger was good for them, and I thought McLeod doesn't get the huge possessions, but when he gets it, he makes things happen.
I reckon McLeod on 3 occasions, I don't know whether you call it an assist, and we're not doing assists as far as stats go, but just the little 1%ers, similar to what Bildy did in the first quarter.
Yep.
You know, the hard ball taps, and I mean the McLeod situation, he was on 2 or 3 occasions, he wasn't necessarily getting a possession as such, but just getting the ball forward.
He makes things happen.
Just tap it forward 2 or 3 metres to create a space or to create someone else to run onto it.
Yeah, no, very explosive player, and just a guy you'd love to have in your team. You never know what's going to happen when he's around the ball, so he's been good. Yeah, good effort from Tumby, because at quarter time it looked like they might be in trouble. So
now we've got the mini league on show here, so we'll be able to show a little bit of that. We won't go covering the players, but we might just put it on the widescreen like Paul.
Yeah, the mini minis, they get the biggest crowd of the day normally, the mini minis.
Have a look at the crowd going out there to watch the Little League Zone. I reckon that's absolutely brilliant. You've mentioned some of the better players, the goal kickers for each team there, Bunger?
Yeah, so for Ramblers not much has changed really. Wes Bilney's on 3. And then for Tumby Bay, Nigel James 3 goals all in that quarter, Harry Degner 2, and Grant McLeod 1. So.
And for those people playing at home, we were 1 point out at quarter time. Well, you were absolutely perfect that quarter, Bunger.
Yeah, no,
well done.
I've sort of cut back on a few of these other stats so I can concentrate on the scoreboard. And
you're all over it like a fat kid on a cupcake, mate. Very impressive. And speaking of impressive, we've mentioned the quality of the Oval. It's the renovations of the Oval, the renovations behind us in the clubhouse. I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic situation for the Tumby sides moving forward, and for the Tumby community for that matter. Cummins. What did I say?
Tumby.
Gee, I was looking at the scoreboard and I saw Tumby. I was bloody. Anyway, yeah, the Cummins community is going to get a huge advantage from all the time and money, and I imagine there's a whole lot of volunteers behind the scenes that are doing a lot of work as well, I imagine.
Yeah, it's huge. We've got local guys, 2 local guys, one from each club that are running the show, and we've had heaps of volunteers in here doing everything, cutting costs where we can. So yeah, it's going to be unbelievable when it's done, and yeah, really looking forward to it. Yeah.
And what we've got as far as SA Regional Footy is concerned, and Paul Rowan's just put the list of the sponsors up on the screen. One thing that I'm going to commend you on is your program.
Oh yeah,
your budget or your program, whatever you call it, when you come in, and you've got all the list of the fantastic sponsors and supporters of the club. You've got all the merchandise there for those people that want to purchase merchandise. You've got the rosters. You've got all the teams of football and netball.
Yeah.
And you've got the whole the program as to where, what's happening where for the Cummins Ramblers. So
we've got
very
the
good
social calendar in there too, and
yeah.
that's very important. But no, the Darlets girls, Tori's doing it this year, and Abby did it last year.
Yeah, well done to everyone involved. And while we're talking about sponsors, we've got the sponsors on the screen that sponsor SA Regional Footy, so a big cheerio to them. But read out some of the major sponsors of your club here at Cummins Ramblers.
Yeah,
Bunger?
the major ones on the front: Jed Dunbar Electrical, Cummins Meat Store, CBH, and Viatira. We both get grain. If you sell grain through them, they're generous enough to donate back. Obviously, Bendigo Bank, probably our biggest. they're putting a huge amount into this new building as well. So
they've been a great supporter, and like the community banks do a great job.
Yeah,
and,
unbelievable.
Well
A lot of stuff here we would never be able to do without them. So yeah, we've got to thank them for sure.
And we've got time for a few more. Who else is involved in the Cummins Ramblers?
The sponsors.
Yep.
Oh well, who isn't involved? Basically every business.
We'll send them a cheerio because they're very important
we've got
part.
Aerotech, Emmett's, Cummins Bearings, the bakery. It's a real incentive for the Colts. If they play well and get a bakery voucher, it's...
not just for the Colts. It's an incentive for me to be here for the bakery stuff.
I know my kids sell the vouchers to us.
Yeah.
So they do well out of it. Obviously, Cummins Hotel.
What's your favourite thing when you go to the Cummins bakery?
Well, the Cummins bakery, the vanilla slice.
Oh yeah.
I only allow myself to have one a year of them.
One a year?
Yeah, no.
What's going on there?
Oh, you know, you don't want to have
When you say one, are you talking about a whole tray or just...
But they are very nice, and we're lucky enough to have Evan from the bakery who coaches our Colts now. So, yeah, plenty of other... Quigley Constructions, one of the local players here, puts up a heap of sheds. WSB have come on board this year.
Yep.
You'll see there on the back of our Guernseys now. So,
and tell me, Bunga, that all these great sponsors which we need to support, who does all of the work to get the sponsors?
Well, the man that you've been talking to was Scotty Blacker,
yes.
Jock. He's been doing that for years, and he's handed that over now to Sam Gydra, now that Jock's president.
Yep.
So they do a massive amount. You probably don't realise how big that job is until you're involved. Well, when I've been president, you see how much time they spend on it. And
well, the cost of living and the way things are financially for so many businesses,
yeah,
I would say it's getting harder and harder to get sponsors.
It's harder and harder to ask sponsors too,
correct.
because you know they're getting hit from everyone. And but look, they all do their bit when they can, and we're very thankful for that, and that's why you've got to support them. But another major sponsor we have is Coopers. They've been on our Guernseys for over 10 years now.
Excellent.
So I think Cummins actually is the biggest consumer of Cooper's mild ale in the world.
Well, it's funny you should mention that as well, because that's actually my drink of choice.
Well, I reckon I'll be able to find one for you.
Yeah, we might even. Yeah, we don't encourage drinking.
No,
of course,
moderation's okay,
moderation's
and support
fine.
the sponsors. That's.
I got to drive back to Streaky Bay, so I better not have too many Cooper's mild ales. But anyway, now the minis, you can see in the background there. Who are some of the superstars? Some of the kids that are playing in the minis. Can you spot any from this distance?
Well, I can see Zach Bullard's young lad out there. He goes all right. We've got Henry Micken.
Have a look at the bees around the honey pot. Have a look at them. The ball's going one way and they all go one way.
Bit of flooding.
The ball will go down the other way and they'll all go down the other way. A few girls out there, which is great to see.
One of the stars for Ramblers, Henry Micken, he's a descendant of Leo Harsmarchuk.
Yes,
so
okay.
A great-grandson. So.
Rightio, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, little number 30 gets the handball away. He tripped over but had time to get up.
So I might go in and just check out these injuries for you.
Easy, mate.
And
no worries at all. Because what we're going to do is we will have a quick break. We'll remain on the screen. Both Chook and Bunga will be nice and quiet. You'll be able to watch a bit of the mini Colts footy, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes with the third term of the Cummins Ramblers taking on Tumby Bay here in the Great Flinders Footy League Round 3 action. It's currently an 8-point lead to the home team, the Cummins Ramblers, and we'll be back shortly. But in the meantime, have a look at the minis footy, and Bunga and I will be back shortly.
thought bloody ambulance. But, you know, I was thinking for myself, I was thinking, man, ambulance is in the middle of fucking nowhere. You've got to, I don't know, when I knew, I can't use my health insurance for you though. No, I knew it was big. I knew it was big. I was 41 or 40 years ago. You've been on your feet and up.
She went there yesterday. I know she was very happy.
You are now, though. You are now. You enjoying it? Okay. You know, you don't want to get watch it as much as you like. Yeah. Concentrating on the ball. Yeah. And now what? You want to go on now? Oh, you can't go on. You're around.
You mate. Well, the minis has been run and won, and I don't know, Bunga, but back in my day, they didn't score in the minis, but the kids would know.
They don't score, but they seem to have never lost a match. The Rambler minis. You get in there and sing the song every time. I had 4 kids go through that grade, and none of them ever lost. So.
How many kicks did you get? Oh, 20. Yeah. How many goals did you kick? 11.
Yeah, no, they're very positive, aren't they?
It's the future of the club, and it's an absolute pleasure to watch them. Have a look at them. They're still excited. They're running off the ground in a hurry.
Yeah.
They've probably been guaranteed a pasty or a sausage roll from the Cummins bakery. That's what's going on there.
Yeah, no, it's good to watch. You get a lot of laughs out of that out there. So
it's the Tumby minis as well as the Ramblers minis, or is it?
Each club does it. It's basically the Oz kickers, and they just have a little kick around at half time, and it always gets a massive crowd. All the grandparents are out there. And
it's a good crowd. I mean, and from what we see today, Bunga, is this a good crowd, a normal crowd, a little bit down crowd?
I would say this is about normal, probably a good. We always get a good crowd here against Tumby Bay. They're pretty good supporters of any home and away match, and there's always a little bit in these games too. I think everyone likes to come and have a look. So,
and for those people playing at home that don't know the area of Tumby and Cummins, what's the distance as far as travelling distance between the two teams?
It's half an hour, basically. So it's good. There's just a lot of history between the clubs, and there's been a lot of close games. I know the first year that Tumby came in the league back in '81.
Yep.
Ramblers were on the end of their 15 in a row, and they had a 1-point grand final.
Oh.
That was Tumby's first year in the league, and probably ever since then it's been there's just been a lot of grand finals that have been close.
The history of your club, you've had some history, and you've celebrated. When was the celebration of the centenary? Was
1919, just before COVID. I'm actually getting a few messages from some past club legends at the moment.
Do you want to pass on your good days? Who's sending you messages?
Hayden Parker, he's a champion player for us, coached us a bit.
Not as good as you though.
He's much better than me. Pup Fay from over Spalding Way.
Yes,
He played here, won about 3 or 4 flags.
Big cheerio to them.
And a few other people watching at home, so yeah.
And the good thing about it is now, Bunga, you're number 49. You are SA Regional Footy's hat number 49, and that means next time we come here, or next time you're involved, you don't get another hat. You're always 49. You're always number 49.
Make sure I look after it. Sugar won't wear it to work or anything. And
no, well, you can wear it wherever you like, as the players are just doing their warm up.
Special occasions only for this hat. It's an honour.
Lovely work, Bunga. Now we've been talking about the breeze. It's certainly got colder, it's certainly got cooler, and it's certainly got stronger, hasn't it?
It has. It's kicking to that northern end now, and it's come in a bit breezier and cool. So Zach Bullard will be right. He's got the long sleeve on, but the rest of them will be it's a bit pretty cold at the moment. So, but yeah, no. Look, this is going to be a big second half. There's no doubt about that. It's Ramblers probably had their chance to nearly put them away early in that second quarter, but Tumby hit back, and we're in for a tight game.
The SA Regional Footy, we go around to all these different leagues, and for those people that are wondering, this game will stay on the Facebook page, so it doesn't get deleted. You can go back and watch it again, or you can use it whichever way you like later on down the track. And for the last 2 years or so, or 3 years, however long we've been going, all the games are still on Facebook. We don't take them back. So if you do want to have a look at something, or you want to show a relative or a friend of someone who's playing, it's always going to stay on Facebook. And we love going to all the leagues, and I think it's an advantage of why we're so popular, is we go to 9 different leagues, and everyone loves seeing the standard of footy in all of these leagues. And speaking of the standard, we've got a great game here, and a great tap by the Ramblers ruckman, who got about a 10-metre tap on it. I think it was Trelaw that got the handball away, got the tap away, but it ends up in the hands of Murphy. He's had plenty of it. Goes deep to the half-forward line. Players fall on the ground. Little tap, toe poke towards the 50-metre arc. Play could have almost been done for high contact there, but the umpire let that one go. And the player is Franklin, who hands it to the umpire, and Trelaw and McDonald will do the ruck work again. Trelaw follows up. Good use of the body by Jewett to make sure the ruckman in Trelaw couldn't follow through and get the ball. And speaking of Jewett, he's on the bottom of that pack, along with the player there in Cant, as in Bryce Cant. And the ball gets thrown up again. Trelaw done a good job in the ruck, gets tapped forward again. Moderate, swings around, no real advantage, ends up in the hands of Murphy. We're going to be picking best players at the end of this game, and he'll feature at this stage. He's playing an absolute ripper, Murphy. Ball in the forward line for Tumby. Little chip kick comes out from Morris. Player
Will Blacker, he's back on.
He's back. I thought he'd broken a rib the way he was going on in the second term. Goes down towards Buchanan. Buchanan almost juggled the mark, hit the ground. He dived on it or scraped it back in, and the umpire says no prior opportunity. The tackler was caved. We'll change the quarter. Sorry, that was my fault. We'll change it to the third
Chandler's
quarter.
Kicked it in forward for Ramblers. Jimmy Richardson can't chase down. Tumby Bay running away now. Good handball out. And kick outside the 50, but Buchanan intercepts it. He's on his right. Will he use it? He did. And look at that. Maybe he is a right footer.
Ends up with Pedler. Buchanan goes for the 1-2. Thanks for picking up on the commentary there, Bunga.
George Pedler, I'd back him in here. He's a very good kick.
He's played well.
He's only 41 years of age, nearly 42. Coming up his 250th game for Ramblers in a few weeks. So
crosses over the 50-metre arc, kicking from around 45. Not a bad looking kick off the boot, but it's gone across the face. And is that Spider still down that end?
Looks like him.
Spider says that's a minor score. Let me show some flag waving action.
Where's me mouse?
Sorry mate, there you go. Bunga Fitzgerald on special comments, doing a great job for us. And speaking of great jobs, Tumby Bay's Murphy takes the kick in, gets an extra few metres, gets some distance looking down towards Jewett. Moderate, good contested ball, hits the ground.
Those yellow shorts, we've seen them a bit today, haven't we?
Yeah, he's done all right, hasn't he? Joel Moderate hands the ball to the umpire and it gets thrown up again. Chandler taps it to his own advantage a couple of times. He gets pushed off the ball. There's Modra again. Ends up in the hands of Colton. Oh, that's a good grab by Bullard. He's been good.
Very lucky not to be 50 there.
That's a lovely looking kick. Oh, nearly a good grab at grassroots level by Pedler. It's been forced out. The umpire's seen something in the contest. I think it's going back to Tumby in defence. Yes, it is.
Sumner, he's been a bit quieter than normal. He's a very good player. They want to make sure he stays quiet, Ramblers, because he's dangerous.
Steve Milton sent me Sumner, exciting 18-year-old on the rise, won the Great Flinders under 21 last year, as well as representing Great Flinders and Eyre Peninsula. So he's got some class, Sumner. Ball gets tapped to the advantage there of Degner, who's way down the ground. Ends up series of a couple of handballs, didn't hit the target, but good enough, Kant's good enough to get back and gets the handball away. Makes its way down to half forward, a one-on-one contest, bounced up nicely. Now ends in the hands of Toby Modra, goes deep into the forward line, didn't quite reach the target.
Well read.
Yeah, looking for Pedler, but it didn't need an extra 3 or 4 metres on that target. Buchanan will stand the mark. I reckon that it might be Rowe down there that took that mark. Ball, contested ball. Ends up in the hands of the Tumby player who swings around on his right. That was McLeod. Gets it deep. And a good mark by Parsons. Is his nickname Nose? Anyway, we're going to call him Nose from now on.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Parsons Nose.
Yeah, no, I know.
Do you eat the Parsons
No,
Nose?
I don't. No,
You don't. Anyway.
Give that to the kids.
Claughton goes in towards half forward. Buchanan's there again. It was forced out.
Pedler.
Down towards Pedler. Taps it to his own advantage. Swings around on his left. Oh, that's clever play. Puts it up for his forward to get there. Richardson, in the marking infringement. It's going to go to the defender. Richardson, I reckon, might have just grabbed his opponent on the approach towards that mark, and that'll be McDonald who takes the resulting free kick. Goes out to the budgie. 226 are standing each other. Tell you what, he's got some strap on that shoulder.
Got the league president down here just casting an eye over his chook.
Everything okay, is it?
Yeah,
he's not complaining about the budgie, the special comments guy, is he? Anyway, he's over on the far side wing. Good work across that wing. In front of the WSB distributor sign. Goes inboard corridor. There he is again. Plenty of it, Murphy.
Yeah.
We should have been taking stats on him.
I reckon he'd be pushing up to the high 20s now.
Goes long with that beautiful left that he's got. Gone over the top of the target that was intended. Nice roving by the big fella for Tumby, who swings it around deep down towards looking for the yellow shorts and Jewett, but good defensive work again by the Ramblers. Trelaw, awkward looking kick by the ruckman. It's going to go higher than longer. Rowe tried to smother it. There's Bullard. He's run past it. Good enough to go back and get the handball. Gets the handball onto Skinner. Now in the hands of Buchanan. Buchanan, that bald head, looks towards another bald head in Bilney. Good work by Challenger. Gets the handball away. Time to go one way, then the other. That player being Gale still hasn't got the ball out of the defensive 50, but now high ball. Bullard, well done. Good mark. Goes to Buchanan. Buchanan's going to set it alight from 51 metres. Is it long enough? Yes, it is, but it's not straight enough. Off hands of Bilney, and Spider, the goal umpire, doing a very good job. You reckon he could do up his jacket there, Banger?
Probably wouldn't hurt to put some shoes on either down there, but...
Are we bullying the goal umpire?
No,
doing a very good job.
He won't watch it. He doesn't really love his footy, Spider. Very good player. Played EP footy, but...
Boundary umpire's decided to drop his hat while he throws the ball in. Gone with the long pants. We mentioned earlier, Richardson shoves the ruckman out of the way. That ruckman being McDonald. McDonald gets the handball away. Didn't actually hit the target he was intending. He goes back to do the hard work himself, McDonald. He did well. Grabbed the ball. It's going to be thrown in. And we'll have another ball in by the boundary umpire, who hasn't had the opportunity to go back and get his hat yet. He throws the ball in. Once again, Richardson gets his ruckman opponent out of the way. Good spoil by Rowe. The ball goes forward slightly for Tumby. That was a great spoil by Rowe. Really liked his game. I know we've mentioned it a few times, but he's a good player, that Rowe guy.
Yeah, he's playing a good game back there. He's,
Jake Rowe.
We've got Jake Skinner now having a shot.
Call it in for us, Bunger.
Yeah, if he kicks this, I'll be impressed. He's more of a backman midfielder, Jake, but he's a hard nut.
Do you know the guy over behind the sign that's got the back of his ute open? He's using the back of his ute as a seat. He's looking at this from a great angle, the spectator over near the scoreboard.
Going to fade across the face, Bilney. Can't quite get there, and it's gone out of bounds.
Buchanan's saying it's all okay. And the boundary umpire, I'll tell you about boundary umpire in a minute, that we saw a couple of weeks. Oh, Richardson, it might have been tapped off the boot. Yes, it was. Good goal umpiring by Spider. Tapped off the boot. Minor score. Murphy will take the kick from full-back. Great contest. Great Flinders round 3 action. Both teams 1 win apiece. This is only the second game for the Ramblers because they had the bye in the first round. Murphy ends up with the ball on the half-back. Getting plenty of kicks all around the ground, Murphy. Speaking of which, Pearson's been good as well. He's waiting, pacing himself, nearly ran too far before he got the handball away to Murphy. Oh, great spoil. Great defensive work there shown by the Ramblers player. I think it might be Morris, is it?
Yeah, new player this year for Ramblers. So
now, boundary umpire attire is something that's been a conversation in the last few weeks. The last 2 or 3 games we've been, I won't mention the teams, but it's been in different leagues. Crocs have been worn by the boundary umpires. Bunga, what's your viewpoint on Crocs?
Not a huge fan of Crocs, but the kids seem to be into them these days, don't they? So
absolutely. Murphy got the ball down forward. That was very well played by Parsons. The nose gets his way to Bullard. Bullard on the half back. Going down towards half forward looking for Richardson. Great defensive work there by McDonald.
Yeah, he's playing well, McDonald.
Gets the ball inboard. It was a half volley, so the player in Gale gets told to play on. He kicks inboard, looking for Cave. Cave deep into the forward line. It's made its forward 50 again, looking for Hartwick. Good defensive work again. I think that might be Kant down there. Got to be careful how I say his name. I won't ask what his nickname is either, just in case.
Right.
Ball gets thrown up. Trelaw gets the tap. Chandler loses the handle on it. Play there for the Ramblers. Good work, Skinner. Didn't get any clearance. Sumner taps it forward. Play there, Indignant. Taps it to his own advantage. Going to be too close to the boundary line. Parsons' nose sees him over the line, and the boundary umpire, the little fella, doing a good job, gets the ball, and he's about to throw it in.
Jalen Burgoyne, the boundary umpire.
He's doing a good job, the young fella. Throws it in lovely. Trelaw versus Hardwick. Ends up in the hands of McLeod. McLeod gets the ball inboard, but it's going to be a free kick for out of bounds.
Will Blacker's got it now, back from that injury earlier.
Was that a point or out of bounds on the fall?
Out of bounds.
Because he kicked out from the square. That was an interesting one.
No, he played on.
Oh, he played on, did he? Okay. Anyway, ball was in the hands of Loughton. Cloughton looking for and finding Blacker. Little chip kick, lovely kick. Looking for Claughton.
Another left footer here, Darcy Claughton.
Nothing better than a good left footer.
There's a few out there today, isn't there?
Absolutely. Good contested ball. I think that might have been McDonald in regards to the Tom McDonald variety in the marking contest. There he is again. Rowe gets the handball away. Contested ball goes over the heads of James. Claughton, who's been very busy, gets it to Kant. Kant goes inboard, looking for Modra. Modra had some space, took the chest mark, reassessed things, and now switches. Looks for the nose. Gets it, runs.
Pace.
Good speed, uses the right, goes long towards half forward. Is going to stay in. It needs to stay in, otherwise it might be last touch. Good work defensively by the player there in Gale. Gets the handball away, shimmy and a shake, little around the corner kick. That's skillful. Well done, finding Murphy. Good work by Cave. On the half forward line now. Ball gets out of Pearson's hands.
Mickey Franklin's done well for
Did
Ramblers.
very
there.
well, and he's going to chase it up and pick it up himself. He's not going to have much time, so he just handballs it forward. Ends up in the hands of Morris. Morris finds Paddler. Paddler sets himself. He's got some time. He goes for the kick from 48 metres. Doesn't reach.
Bilney.
And there it is. He didn't have time to pick it up. He's stocking it off the ground. Well done, Bilney. Is that his fourth?
That's his fourth, yep. Yeah, he's been their main target up there, really. Richardson's been good, but he's sort of playing up the ground more, Richardson, now, and sort of these McDonald's wearing him like a glove at the moment. So
well done, Bilney. High five from Fitzgerald and Chandler, saying well done, mate. Good job. He lost the handle on it, was trying to pick it up, but decided, no, I'm going to get tackled as soon as I do grab it, so I'll just soccer it.
great work from Mickey Franklin out there too. A 2-on-1, beat him and got the ball forward.
That's what you call a 1%er, isn't it, Bunger?
Well, that's why he's been a captain.
Really
at
good.
Ramblers. Very good player. Never gets beaten in a 1-on-1.
Paddler finds himself in the centre. Bullard's there as well. Clawton, who's been busy this quarter. And up go the ruckman. Milburn did the ruck. No real clear winner. Tumby need a goal and they need it quickly. Oh, that was clever by Sumner. Put his player under a bit of pressure though. Oh, nice pick up at speed by Cave again. He's been good.
Oh.
Sumner again across. Well done, the 1-2. Well done, Sumner. Takes a bounce. Goes from 50. Oh, he's going to go around again. The umpire said that's okay by me. Goes down towards the player there in Cox, who's tackled straight away.
Gee, that was reminiscent of the Adam Harsmar parcel goal nearly from a few years ago.
Gee, Sumner, he let himself down with the kick in the end, I think.
Well, he probably had more time than he thought.
Anyway, taps goes straight down the throat of Cox. Cox tackled straight away. And good tackle. And the umpire will throw it up again. Both ruckman, Milburn, as well as Hardwick.
Ooh.
Well done. Oh, it's gone straight to the opposition though. It's going to curl around too much, and it's good defensive work again shown that time by Blacker. Gets the ball over on the far side. They like spending time over on the far side there, Bunger.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of space out there.
Pearson's grabbed the ball at speed. Well done. Whacked it on his left boot. He's had plenty of it. Goes down towards James.
A bit lucky. Could have been in the back.
Very lucky there. Miss kick. Oh, James has put his head down. Oh, there's a high tackle there, is there? The umpire said, is everything fair in love? Oh, hello, a bit of a kidney punch as well. Bit of a how do you do? Yes, it is high, and it's going to Sumner. Not sure who the offending tackler was, because there's about 3 tackles on Sumner at the same time.
Yeah, he's starting to get into the game now, and he's dangerous when he gets involved. So he looks like he's got his tail up at the moment. He's ready to do some damage, I think.
Very good player. He's going to be kicking from around 38, 40 metres. Nice looking kick off the boot, but he sliced it across and a minor score. He has played well, but there was a 10-minute period where he wasn't seen much. He was sent off with the yellow card, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but he's been very good. He's not the sort of player you want off the ground for very long.
No.
As Blacker is going to take the kick in from full back. He looks around. Blacker himself was hurt a little bit earlier with the rib cage, but he looks like he's recovered. Gets an extra 10 metres. Comes out towards the commentary position. And a juggling mark has been taken by Dennis. Never trust anyone with 2 Christian names for a name, I've always been told.
Well, you called that correctly, because there you go, he's pumped it out on the full.
There's a couple out there with 2 Christian names.
Yeah, well, Mitch, that's his first game for a while. He was injured most of last year, but might be a bit rusty there by the look of that kick.
Nigel James, of course, has got 2 Christian names as well, so we'll keep an eye on both of those players with that theory. Cave gets it into the forward line. Once again, there's a bit of space for the players to run onto. The umpire, is he going to give a free kick to Parsons? No, he's not. Thought he might have been held onto, but I think there might have been a bit of acting involved. Good work there by Modra. Taps it, but well done again by the defender in row, who uses the left boot. He's outnumbered row now, 2-1. Ramblers worked it out all right. Paddler, wasn't a very good kick to him, but bounced up beautifully to him. Paddler got it on the boot, and a good defensive mark by Jack
on his own.
McDonald. Not a very good kick going towards Murphy. Chandler gets the handball away, creates a bit of space for the bloke who's been very good this quarter, and that's Quarton.
Bilney's on
Goes
his
deep
own.
towards Bilney. Bilney spills the mark that he probably thought he could have taken. He goes back, has a look, see what options there are. Deep down towards Richardson, and Richardson on his chest.
Bilney summed that up very well, because Tumby had 4 players back on their own there, and he just held the ball and waited until there was a Rambler presenting.
If he put it up any higher, it would have been an awkward situation for Richardson, but he just put it in the space for him to run onto for a chest mark.
He did smart football and a great kick.
Call it in for us, mate.
Jimmy Richardson here. He's normally a nice kick. Good ball drop. Straight through the middle from Jimmy Richardson. That's his second goal for the day, and he started like a house on fire today. He's probably had a bit more attention in the last 2 quarters, but he's still providing a contest, and that's what they need.
And we'll ask Paul Rowan to stay on the goal umpire spider, because he's obviously been listening and watching SA Regional Footy, because he's done his jacket up. Now he's either decided that it's more professional to do the jacket up, or the other alternative is maybe he's getting cold.
I think that's more like it. No, he's doing a good job down there, Spider.
22 points the margin in favour of the home team, the Ramblers. Fantastic complex in the making here at Cummins. A lot of renovations being done, and it's absolutely going to be fantastic.
We might get you back for the opening chill.
Yeah, I'll be here, mate. You won't have to ask me twice. As the tap goes down, goes towards Bullard. Clawton again. He's been absolutely outstanding this quarter. A lovely kick too. Lovely hands as well.
Oh, 50
by Crediton. It's going to be a 50 or a 25.
Probably unlucky there. He's running with his player to get past the contest, and Crediton, as he was kicking, sort of ran into him.
Yeah.
So.
Very unfortunate, but still in the rules, isn't it? Unless the umpire had called play it on. Wasn't a play on call, so Crediton will have a shot on goal. Not the greatest approach of a kick, and not the greatest result, as Bilney tries to keep it in, and it's gone out of bounds in the full. Once again, the goal umpire spider. Good signalling, as the budgie will have a kick in from 5 metres around from the left-hand side point post. Goes towards Sumner. Good hands. He positioned himself beautifully there, the youngster. Sumner plays on, gets the ball down to the forward line.
Mickey Franklin's got it.
He's a good player. He can probably hear us. He's so close to us. Sing out to him, Budgie. See whether he turns around.
No, I don't want to put him off.
As Franklin goes long. Nice looking kick. Back into the forward 50. Buchanan uncontested, and then he plays on in his left. He goes wider. Swings it around. Good positioning. Well played.
Yeah, the McDonalds are playing well back there.
That was Tom McDonald. Good defensive mark. Positioned himself in the front. Kicks out towards the Budgie. The Budgie plays on. Is he going to take a bounce? No, he doesn't need to. So he kicks down the line. Lovely kick, looking for the player that we've liked, and that's Rowe. Certainly one of the better players for Tumby, Rowe, in that defensive zone. Kicks down the line again, looking for and finding Hartwick, the skipper. Goes long. Once again, still down the line. Kicking and catching is okay. They're keeping possession of the ball. They're inside their forward 50 arc. Once again down the line. Can he get a handle on it? Finding it hard to pick it up. He just kicks it to his own advantage. That might be Richter, I reckon it is. Anyway, good defensive work there shown by the player in Skinner. Gets the handball away. Now it comes down towards Modder. He was called out by the player who came through. Now picks up the ball, goes onto his left.
Buchanan.
And speaking of left, Buchanan uses that left again. He plays on straight away, looking for and finding Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald goes long. No, he doesn't. Good spoil by the Tumby forward line player to keep it in the forward 50. Buchanan's back there again. Geez, having a lot of the ball. Gets the handball away. Wasn't overly effective. Ended up with Fitzgerald, now to Clawton.
Toby Modger.
Not a great looking kick by Clawton, but it was effective. It looked like a Stephen Kernahan drop punt for goal.
I don't think it's how he pictured that kick, but it came off. Chandler's got it.
Plays on, bounces once, goes long, trying to find the forward.
That's a 60-metre
kick.
pass, Chuk.
That is a beautiful kick. You wanted to see what he was like. You haven't seen him play, Chandler.
No.
I reckon you're pretty impressed by him.
Well, when he gets it, that's beautiful skills. He broke that right open, didn't he, and just put it where the player needed to get to.
Call your mate through for this goal. He's going for his 5th, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah, Wezzo lining up for number 5. I think he might be a bit sore too, so he'll come in. I'd back him here. He's got a lovely style normally. Not much can go wrong, and nothing does go wrong.
Spider, the goal umpire, says that's through. using 2 hands, not 2 fingers, Spider, but very impressive, and very impressive by Bilney. It has been scoring end to the left of screen.
It has, and I think it's more so now. The wind has picked up, so Ramblers did need to kick a few this quarter because Tumby will come at them. There's no doubt about that. They'll have the wind in the last quarter, and yeah, if they can stick to within probably 3 or 4 goals here going into the last quarter, they're right in the game.
Milburn will do the ruck work. There's Modra, there's Bullard in the centre as well for the Ramblers. Sumner, who's been good. McLeod's in there as well. Tap to Tumby. We talk about McLeod. He gets the handball away looking for Murphy, but Murphy had to turn around and go back to get it. Bullard's there, dives on it. Murphy won't let that go.
Bullard's been very good today, I think. He's been pretty good the whole match, so he's a hard nut and he's getting plenty of it today. But yeah, McLeod's starting to come into the game too.
Ruckman go up. McDonald got the tap, but once again no real advantage. Hits the ground. Modra hits the ground to grab the ball, handballs, and it's smothered. Not going anywhere, not going out of that contest. And we'll have another ball up. Umpires have been good. Talking about McLeod, he just taps it to his own advantage. Oh, well done, Franklin. Used brute force to get through, gets the handball away.
Couple of stalwarts here.
Gee, I tell you what's going to happen here? Looked like they were dancing and dancing at the local cabaret.
Probably the 2 oldest blokes on the ground there, George Pedler and Josh Cave. So
well done, Pedler.
they've both got a few tricks up their sleeve.
Free kick going to Cave, as in Nick Cave. Gets it down towards the half-forward line. Didn't quite hold it long enough. Handball away, it was Newton, I think it was, gets it to Murphy. Murphy goes into the forward arc looking for Hardwick, goes over the top of his head. James tries to grab the handle on it, he taps it to his own advantage, then cleverly soccers it to the advantage of his team. Good defensive work there by Skinner, gets the handball away, and it's going to be cleared by Blacker.
Toby Modra's got it now, kicks it over the top to his brother. He's set him up a hospital. Their mum won't be happy with that, but they're both alright.
McDonald could have absolutely done some damage there.
Yeah, but anyway.
Modra could have almost been having meals out of a straw for a couple of weeks. That could have ended very badly. But here's a free kick. Is that the nose?
That's Jacob Parsons, yep.
We do apologise if he doesn't like his nickname. He has played well though.
He has, he's had a good quarter. Jimmy Richo out mark here nearly.
McDonald dropped the mark, it got forced forward. Now in the hands of Cave, who's been good as well. That handball went a bit higher than what he expected, as did that one. The handballs aren't really hitting the targets with speed, giving the opposition a chance to tackle.
Bit of a hot potato there, wasn't it? Just to get it and get rid of it. So
tackled straight away there, Richardson I think it was. Anyway, the ball gets thrown up. McLeod.
Look at the pace on him.
You mentioned how good he was this quarter, and he gets the ball down in towards the forward 50. Player there as the siren goes. Tackle put on by Degner, but it didn't matter because the siren's gone. And I'm going to get a few thoughts from you, Bunga. You can check the score and make sure that's all right. Yep. And also give us the goal kickers for the game so far. 16 goals scored, and Bilby kicking 5 of them. That's a fair effort individually, isn't it?
Where's kicked 5, goal 1 by the look of, if my stats are correct. James Richardson 2. Harley Chandler 1, Cody Modra 1 and Tom Crittenden 1, and for Tumby, Nigel James 3, all in that second quarter. Harry Degner 2 and Grant McLeod 1. So Tumby didn't kick a goal that quarter, and Ramblers skipped away with another 3, which they needed having the breeze. So.
And that's exactly right. The breeze has picked up slightly from the first term, which was nothing.
Yeah.
And now the breeze is picking up a bit. And look at the crowd that's going out on the Oval. I reckon that's fantastic as well. Yeah. Regional footy, you love the crowd going and have a look. You love the kids coming out for a kick as well. They don't care. They don't care what's happening in the footy. They just want to kick themselves.
Well, they do. They
which
like
is great.
To see their heroes, don't they, out there, and they follow them around a bit. And some of them come out and help at junior training, and that's what it's all about, really.
Some of the better players, Bunga, from both teams. No particular order.
Yeah.
Who were some of the better players?
I'll just go through the budget.
As Emma Pedler, ABC champion, walked past. G'day, Pedals.
Look, for Ramblers, I think, not in order, but obviously Blair Buchanan's been really good with his thumping left foot. Zach Bullard's been very good, and Wes Bilney with 5. Jimmy Richardson, good as well, and Toby Modra. And then for Tumby, as I look through here, Jacko Murphy's probably their standout. Nigel James has kicked 3 out of 6. Your man, Rowe, has been good back there. Ollie Jewett's had his moments. Henry
Quite that
Challenger.
quarter, Stuart,
Yeah,
wasn't
he was.
Yeah.
And Grant McLeod, I'm a fan of him. I just like the way he plays. I know he's probably not going to get 30 possessions, but when he gets it, he's very dangerous.
I'm not sure whether you mentioned Franklin, but Franklin was good that quarter as well, wasn't
Franklin, yeah, he's always good. I'll probably take that for granted with him. He's contributes every week and never gets beaten one-on-one, Nicky.
he? And the two McDonalds have been good as well. But I mean, as far as the defensive side of things go, it's been a good game. It's been a fast game, and it's only 16 goals. So
Yeah.
Hats off to both defensive zones.
It's opening up too, I reckon, on that outer wing. Like, there seems to be getting a lot of space out there now. So, you know, with a hot start, there's going to be people probably cramping up, you'd imagine. So probably whoever's the fittest here is going to be a chance to take this out. Tumby have got a slight breeze, so yeah, it's game on, definitely.
And Bunga, you mentioned cramping up. I'll share a funny story with you, because I was mentioning to Paul Rowan from earlier on.
Yep.
I cramped up the last 2 weeks just sitting on my bum commentating.
Yeah,
So
well,
how fit do you reckon I'm going?
Yeah, well, hopefully you're right getting out of this fizzle lift later. No, you'll be right, mate. It's all good. Hopefully we're in for a big last quarter, and hopefully it is close.
It's been a great game. It's been very enjoyable, and it's a very good advertisement for Great Flinders Footy League. It's round 3 action. A big cheerio to Simon Pedler, the president of the league, and Scott Blacker, who has very open arms have allowed us to be here. We really appreciate the support we're getting, not only from the league but from the clubs involved. It's been fantastic. As far as the Great Flinders Footy League's concerned, I'm not sure what the time of the game would be, but I imagine it's obviously very similar, a big 3/4 time, I would think. David Beard from the Lock Footy Club has sent me through the score, 3/4 time score. 16 goals, 9 Lock lead, Cougars 2 goals, 3. That game being played at Lock, obviously, and yeah, pretty one-sided there. As far as the AFL is concerned, I'm not sure whether you're interested in the AFL. I'd rather watch regional footy than the AFL, the way things are going, to be honest. It's all a bit different nowadays, the AFL, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Good game on Thursday night.
But North Melbourne are currently a goal up against St Kilda. Jack Hayes from Red Hill.
He's back in, is he?
He's back in, I reckon, this week.
Yep.
So 1 goal is the advantage in favour of North Melbourne at the moment. And full-time, Sydney have defeated the Giants by 29 points. So if you're doing any tips, good luck to you.
Here's your man Stevie Milton down here. He was,
I was just going to say, I'm going to thank him, because he sent us some information. He was talking. He mentioned if you want some information on some of the players. I want you to read out a couple of things that Steve Milton mentioned, Bunga. Like George Pedler, for example. Read out what Stevie Milton wrote about some of the players.
George Pedler, veteran premiership player, tough as nails on bowler, who spends most of his time up forward these days, regular Mortlock and EP rep, strong mark and reliable kick to goal. He's played state country, George, so he's been very good.
Any other players you want to read out while you're there, mate, just randomly?
Yeah, Wes Bilney, premiership player for Ramblers and male medal winner in the Port Lincoln League. And then Grant Piff McLeod, our man, exciting midfielder, pace to burn with a penetrating kick and good goal sense.
And is Wes Bilney sponsored by a hairdresser?
No, I don't know. I think he just likes to look fresh each game, and yeah.
He does look fresh. He's kicked 5 and he's playing very well. Final term starts. Sorry, Bucket. McDonald gets the tap. The umpire said you had long enough to get rid of it. That's holding the ball.
They're letting that go in the AFL these days, aren't
Yeah,
they? They're
they
giving
are.
them an eternity, and there's 50 for a bit of back chat.
Yeah, like I say, regarding the AFL, I mean, the rules and everything changes so much nowadays with the AFL. As I say, I'd much rather be watching this footy, to be honest, Bucket.
So here's McLeod. He could nearly kick this with the breeze, I reckon. Oh no. Drops it short, but James comes through and can't quite mark it. Blacker gets it out. Treloar's got it now on his left. Don't know if that's his best effort. And it goes out of bounds. Ruckman, stick to your preferred foot, I reckon, Chook. He has played well.
It's always a bit of a worry when the commentator goes, oh dear. Anyway, the ball gets tapped around and ends up in the hands of the defender from the Ramblers. Goes down towards the centre. Good contested ball. Buchanan's involved again. McDonald actually jumped into the tackle. Ends up with a challenger who was very good in the first half. Bit quiet in that set the third term. But Murphy, he's been very good from go to woe, as has Rowe, who hops up with a bit of a limp. Rowe goes down towards the forward line. Not sure whether that was the target he was aiming for, but McLeod's got it.
He's our man McLeod. He's really up and about at the moment.
Goes long, goes deep. Good contested ball. That's a three-way juggle for the defender there, and that's Dennis.
Yep.
Well done to Dennis, who plays on and switches.
Moderate.
Goes out towards Moderate. Found himself a paddock. He's got 10 metres. Jewett's to Stewart. There's going to be two players converge on Moderate. Good enough to get it to Parsons. Parsons goes down towards the half-forward line. Lovely kick looking for the big fella in Richardson. Richardson, a little bit quiet in the third term. The first half he was brilliant. Goes down towards the half-forward line. That's Moderate again, I think.
Yeah.
Another one of the Moderates. Cody gets swung around in the tackle, swings around, kicks it down on the right leg, and good defensive mark that time by Gale. Take it away. Do some commentary for us there, Bunger.
Gale coming back through the middle to Josh Cave, who looks to kick on the outer side. It's a bit of a mongrel, but it's going to get the result. Tumby Bay, get it forward. Here's Cave, gets a quick handball over to Challenger. Oh, almost ran down there by the Ramblers, but he's got it forward, and that's a good mark by Hartwig. Strong, he plays on. Puts it deep inside the 50. Sumner, nearly had it over the back.
Oh.
He's called that too high, and you could probably see it from here. But yeah, Ramblers under the pump there. It come in so quick, they were a bit lost.
Well done by Pearson over on that far side wing to get that chain started.
Yeah, now they run that well. There's a bit of cramp over there now starting to happen, young Challenger.
How's your health, Bunger? You're not cramping up?
Not yet,
You've
but
been
I'm not
standing
moving much.
You've been standing up all game.
No,
very impressive. Sumner, this goal is pretty important for Tumby. It's a nice it's hit the post. Spider gets to tap the post. He's still got his jacket done up and says that's a minor score. Got a few kids in the background there, Spider.
Yep.
Giving him a bit of advice. He nearly had a footy land on his head too.
Yeah, that comes with the territory of goal umpiring, doesn't it?
Will Blacker plays on, gets an extra 10 or 15 metres, goes deep looking for Chandler. Chandler, good grab. The guys on the boundary line are saying that was out of bounds in the fall.
Well, the boundary umpires haven't called it.
No, that's right, so it's not. Play on. Chandler, lovely grab, goes in looking for and finds the player there in Skinner, who plays on to Buchanan. Buchanan goes deep into the forward line. It's going to bounce into the forward 50. Tapping it to his own advantage, Moderate. Well done defensively by the Tumby boys.
Good play
Little
there.
chip kick looking for McDonald. McDonald was almost going to clean up Chandler, but they both separated themselves before any carnage happened. Is that going to be holding the ball? No, it's not. It's going to be no prior opportunity. Good tackle by the ruckman. And the umpire throws it skyward. Treloar versus McDonald. Treloar gets the tap, goes to Murphy, who's being held onto without the ball, and the umpire agrees with me. And Jacko Murphy, you'd want to give it to him straight away, Chandler, and he does. He gives it to Murphy, trying to get his defenders to go back and try and man someone up and throw the ball high to Murphy, who plays on, kicks out towards Cave. Cave bounces, now goes long himself, down towards the forward line. Good positioning there by the defender in Dennis. Tap the ball forward, still in the hands of the Tumby player. That's a good grab.
Yeah, James, he was always, you could see that. He just protected that drop zone and fell into the spot at the last minute.
Blacker just lost the body, didn't he? He lost the body contact.
And yeah, James knew where it was going to fall and just protected that area, and he's lining up for his fourth goal.
I'll tell you what, if James didn't mark that, Sumner was there to sweep as well. Good work by Tumby. We'll see what Spider's action's like here. He's not going to have to move. He's just looked over the top of his cap, and that's a goal. So I'll tell you what, we've been saying that it's going to be a close contest for about an hour before the game started, and you were right from the word go, Bunger.
They always are.
It's going to be a beauty.
20 points. 20 points? No, yeah, 20 points now. So that's not much these days, is it? When you've got the win. So
Skinner, Bullard, Treloar, Chandler, all in the centre. Sorry, that was my fault that wasn't done, Bunger.
Nah, it's all good.
McDonald versus Treloar. Treloar gets the tap, ends up in the hands of Murphy, who lost the handle on it. Almost an open-handed handball, I think it might have been, but we'll let that go.
Gee,
the nose picks up from half back, goes deep to the forward line. Lovely defensive work there by McDonald. Too tall for Buchanan. At a good length there on the cricket pitch. Pearson takes the mark. Kicks out towards the WSB distributors sign. Knocked off the ball there was Cave. Good defensive work again by the Ramblers. Goes out on the far side. Good contested ball. Modra was there as well as Challenger. Good contested ball that was forced out over that far side. Here we go again with Pearson. Uses that left. Goes in. Speaking of left, goes to Murphy, who will use his left. Little chip kick into the centre. Once again in a good length if you're playing cricket. Finds Cox. Cox goes long. Good pick up again.
Well
I'll tell you what, Parsons has been very good down there. Handball over his head finds Chandler. Chandler, that's an absolute mully grubber. Gets picked up by McDonald. Good pick up from the big fella. Ends up to McDonald to McDonald. Now the handball goes out to Gale. Gale almost comes out to Bunga, but near the commentary box, but it's taken by Pearson. Liked his game too. He's been real good. The kick didn't hit the target that he wanted. Ramblers there in numbers. Hardwick rides can't like a horse, and the umpire, who's done a good job, will come in to throw the ball up again. McDonald versus Trelaw, we've been saying that a fair bit. Bullard on to Modra. Modra, no real plan, just get it forward if he can, and Bunga nearly jumped the fence to take that mark as well. The umpire's calling it out of bounds in the fall. No arguments. And play there and kicks it in ball. There we go. It's gone to the non-preferred side for Murphy. He didn't kick it because he wasn't on his left foot. He handballed the ball to Cox. Cox deep in the fall line. Good contested mark.
Took a mouthful of dirt when he landed too, but it was a great mark.
That was a really good grab contested.
Degner again.
How many's he kicked? Three or
kicked two? Right at the start.
Yep. Kicked the first two for the day, didn't he?
He did, yep. Yeah, can he bookend it? He's kicked two at the start. He could kick the last couple at this rate.
From memory, pretty good cricketer too, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, yep.
Not that that matters when you're kicking for goal at a 45-degree angle. Spiders in position. Close contest. There's pressure on everyone. Degner.
Oh, it doesn't look good,
I
but
tell you what, it's going to... Oh, it's been great work. Oh, the goal umpire said it was over. Blacker's not happy. Goal umpire said it was over the line. He was in great position, Spider.
And he's got good eyes,
yeah,
Spider.
He was in very good position. And we've been saying it.
14 points.
It's just getting that closer. And we haven't got the time on the screen there, Paul. Have you got the timer going?
Well, it's up on the scoreboard. There's 9 minutes gone, so I would imagine there'll be another 15 minutes or more.
We've gone the old tactical move of not showing the timer on the last quarter when it's a close game. Very impressive. Anyway, we're back in the centre. We'll be McDonald again. Up against Trelaw. Trelaw gets the tap towards Bullard. Bullard runs over the cricket pitch, grabs it at speed. Handballs over the top to Chandler. Chandler gets the handball to his ruckman. Goes deep with his right boot, looking for a forward move by Bilney. It's 2 versus 1. How clever's Bilney this time? Well, the budgie does well. He kicks the ball out. Is it going to stay in play? It needs to. What are the umpire going to say there? There was a challenge of 2 players. Is it going to be last possession? Yes, it is, and it's going to go to Modra. They need a steadier, the Ramblers. It's not the scoring end. Oh, the divot in the grass. Didn't really slide there, the player there, in the marking contest. He cleared the ball away. McLeod. Oh, great mark.
Modra.
It's set up. Anything could have happened when the ball was in the air hovering like that, and Modra's going to have a shot on goal.
I'm not sure he's got the distance in him here, Chook, with the breeze against him, but he'll put it deep to the square anyway.
Do you think he's deliberately taking his time just to settle things down a bit?
Bit early to start that, I reckon, Chook, but yeah, I think he's probably
been fairly frantic, hasn't it?
It has. It's been full on the whole way. That no one slowed the game down. It's just play on at all costs, which is good to watch. But here we go, Modra. He's probably 45 out into the breeze. It's not going to get there, and Crittenden has taken a mark uncontested. And they've given a 50 metre, or did he mark it in the square?
No, he didn't mark it in the square. I reckon there must have been something, a hit to the head or something in the marking contest. It must have been, because he wasn't in the square when he took the mark.
I think he signalled a 50, so he's made it certainty, and Tom Creddy puts through his second. Ramblers needed that, I tell you, Chook. Tumby are coming, and Tumby are still right in this.
Gee, uncontested mark on the goal line though. That's a cardinal sin.
Well,
isn't
we sort of thought he wasn't going to make the distance. You need to be ready for that, don't you?
it? Yeah, absolutely. Well done, Crittenden.
Yeah,
Big cheerio to all the sponsors. You can see Emmett's in the background. You can see Quality Wool. You can see all the Hunt's Fuels. You can see all the sponsors of the Cummins community involved. And also a big cheerio to all our sponsors that are on the screen. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have the service.
Righto, this is a very important clearance here. Obviously, Tumby need to really get the next 2 goals.
Take it away, Bungit. Take it away.
Okay, Trelaw up in the ruck. Gets it down to Bullard, who's been very good. And Trelaw follows up. Pig Dog Peddler playing in front. Looks touched off the boot, I think. It's going to be played.
Oh, good grab.
Not touched. I thought it was touched, but no. Another good mark by McDonald. He's had a great game back there.
Tom McDonald, very good. Very good. Keep going with it, Bungit.
Yep, he looks for options. There's not much, so he's going to pump it down the line to his brother, the other McDonald. Up he goes. 2 ruckmen fly at it. Comes down. Crittenden tries to kick it off the ground and missed. McLeod got it, but
he's gone high.
Oh, bit lucky there. He's called it holding the ball. I thought Peddler got him around the neck with the 3rd tackle, but
yeah, it was high, but it was accidental. But probably the angle wasn't good enough for the umpire to see it properly.
no, and Peddler, he's a man you want to have it in his hands. Don't be surprised if there's a little deft pass here.
Did you say Pig Dog?
Pig Dog Peddler, he's known as.
Another great nickname. 2 on 1.
Oh,
great
Crittenden.
grab.
Well, he's come good. A big couple of minutes for Crittenden up forward, and that was a strong mark. 2 on 1. And he'll go back with a chance to put Ramblers 26 points in front. So if he can kick this, Chook makes it very difficult.
Goal umpire from Tumby's got the sun in his eyes. He's shielding his eyes. He started it right.
No
and that's
good.
exactly where it finished.
We had a perfect view of that, Chook, and he didn't quite get a hold of that one, did he?
No.
Slipped off the side of the boot.
Is Murphy's going to take... Well, the boundary umpire's nearly going to take it back to the centre, mistakenly. But anyway, Murphy now gets the ball. He'll give himself an extra metres, like he always has.
Going down the middle.
He knows he needs to get something moving. Oh. Man in front. Might go to moderate. Let's see what the umpire says. No. Hardwick's going to get the mark. Ends up with Murphy, who kicked the ball in, and now he's on the half-back. Goes down towards the wing, looking for and finding Sumner. He's been really good as well. Sumner goes inboard. Dangerous kick, but a good kick. Ends up with the skipper, Hardwick. Hardwick for Tumby. They need to get moving. They need to get moving quickly. They need 4 more scoring shots. They need 4 more goals. Uncontested ball.
Parsons having a great last quarter.
Second half has been excellent. Little kick. I'll tell you what. Skinner takes a mark, makes it a little bit more difficult than what it was.
Out to Parsons again. He's a fit young lad. He's
playing
had a
very
bit
well.
pre-season, I know, so pretty important in these games. He still can be running on top of the ground.
Kicks it to a challenge. Player over there in row. Keeps the ball in. Crittenden, who's been very busy the last few minutes as well. Umpire throws it skyward. McDonald gets the tap. Ends up in the hands of Clawton. Now
Bullard tried to get a kick forward.
Pearson again. Pearson goes long with his left. Makes it into the forward 50. Sumner's there. He's got the speed. You know he's got the speed, but he's up against Parsons. Parsons went in the side, not in the back, which was fortuitous.
Very lucky there. Dived on him and could have been in the back, but
yeah, I reckon he got him under the armpit. Give him the benefit of the doubt. Hardwick gets the tap. Doesn't go to the advantage of anyone that he wants it to. Clawton gets the ball, swings around on that trusty left, goes towards the player there for Tumby, that player being Richter. Didn't bounce very nicely for him. By the time he grabbed it, he was forced over the line, and we'll have the ball in. The guy we were mentioning in the back of the ute, he's got a few friends over there now. There's 3 or 4 of them sitting in the back of that ute there.
yeah, they look pretty comfortable too.
And why wouldn't you be on this beautiful Saturday afternoon? Boundary umpire throws it in. Once again, Tom McDonald gets the tap, but Chandler gets the handball away. Well, I reckon that it might have been Parsons again. Gets the clearing ball, goes down towards Rowe. Not knowing all these players, I don't know how old they are or how experienced they are, but by the look of Rowe and by the look of Parsons, they look like youngsters.
Yeah, they are.
Big future.
Yep. Standing up well in this quarter when the heat's on.
McDonald got the tap and threw the player to the ground. That player being Clauden. And up they go. Oh, high on Degner and a bit of a how do you do. Bullard says, who do I throw it to? Well, you throw it to Harry Degner, and the umpire could have easily given a bit of a free away, but I suppose Degner could have reached forward and grabbed the ball. He's kicked the ball and good defensive work again by Skinner.
Skinner's holding up well back there.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing well.
Just straight up the line they're going. They're a bit it's tight. They're a bit reluctant to go through the middle, but so they bomb it forward again. Jimmy Richardson's the target. He can't mark it. It comes down. Clauton picks it up, gets tackled, and there'll be another ball up.
Tumby Bay's Brooke Neindorf. She's coached probably 16 teams in the netball today, and very good volunteer.
Probably already written the write-up for the paper too.
She's an absolutely fantastic volunteer for the league. Anyway, the ball ends up in the hands of Chandler.
Big contest here. McDonald can't take it.
Bad bounce for
Crettenden's got to take this, and he
Crettenden's got the handball away. Looks for, sorry there, goes to Buchanan. Buchanan to Chandler. Chandler to Modra. Modra looks for an option, and that's good vision out to Richardson. Richardson gets the ball. Handball wants to bounce up to Chandler, and he gets it. Gets the handball away. Goes one way, Fitzgerald, but gets tackled. Tumby Bay need to go direct. They need to go direct, and they need to go fast. Degner gets the ball. Goes deep into the forward line, down towards the scoreboard. Good defensive work by the Ramblers. Can't gets the handball away. Lovely work to Frank. We still think there's 3 minutes left.
Mickey Franklin.
Nearly got hit by the goal umpire's flag.
Mickey Franklin will kick it in, and he's a calm man normally and just chips it out wide to Will Blacker, who dawdles up the back line, looks for an option up the wing, and it's a 2-on-1 though, which is not ideal.
Good grab. Get it moving quickly, and they do.
Hartwig kicks it forward. Ramblers all looking at the ball. Parsons, Clauton it is that gets it. James picks it up, and Franklin's all over him. He's laying on it Draper-like.
I tell you what, James did very well. It was 4 versus 1 there, just about, Bunger. So he's done well to keep the ball in for Tumby. The Ramblers have got plenty of defensive players down there. As Fedor gets the tap again, he's been really good in the ruck. Clauton's there as well. Ball's not going anywhere. Tom's going to beat Tumby, I think.
I'd be keeping an eye on Sumner. Where is he? He's deep in the forward line.
Murphy's back on the ground. Trelaw to Buchanan. Buchanan doesn't care where it goes, but it's landed on the chest of Richardson.
He's got no one to kick to up the line, Chook, so he's just going to have to hang on.
He should make out he's having a shot for goal and take 30 seconds.
Well, here
Problem is it's on the half back line.
There's the siren.
Yeah, the siren's gone. We thought there was a little bit more time left. A 14-point margin in favour of the Cummins Ramblers. Cummins, well, they've done it again. That's the second win. 2 games, 2 wins. That's a good start to the season, Bunger.
Yeah, great start. Early wins are so important, aren't they? You don't know what's going to happen throughout the year with injuries, etc. So, yeah, another close game with Tumby. It always is. We said it all day that it would be, and you know, Tumby and Ramblers have both got young sides too, Chook. So, yeah, probably different look teams than what they've had in the past, but it's good to see young guys in both clubs standing up today.
Well, now's the hardest job for you and I, mate, because we're going to pick 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're not allowed to look at what I've got. I'm not allowed to look at what you've got, and we'll add it up and we'll see what happens at the end. But once again, on behalf of SA Regional Footy, to Paul Rowan, who's been on the camera, we thank him very much from On Air Media, and he does a great job with the camera work as per normal, as we see all the players showing the respect that it deserves in showing the sportsmanship of congratulating everyone along the way. And what a great game of footy, advertising and promoting Great Flinders Footy League Round 3 action.
Yeah, well, been very good to have you over here, Chook. It's
been my pleasure, mate.
Very good to, you know, show off some of the games in Great Flinders Footy League, and hopefully we can get you back one day. Yeah,
more than happy to come back, and I think I'm coming over for the preliminary final. I'm not sure whether there's any other games in between that I'm coming to, but we can worry about that later. But I love coming over here. had games at Tumby, had games at Lock, had a game now out here at Cummins, and we get looked after beautifully when we come to these great parts of the world, and we really appreciate everything that is put in front of us to make sure that we feel very welcome. We love getting around the place, although you can get rid of that cold breeze if you like, Bunga, if you can organise that.
Yeah, no.
A big cheerio to you as well, Bunga. You come on to the special comments and a bit of commentary along the way as well. I think you did a brilliant job, so well done to you as well.
Good fun, mate. I've enjoyed it actually. So you get a good view up here, and yeah, that was a good game.
Now, better players. I don't want your 5-4-3-2-1s yet, but I'd like you to go through both teams, no particular order, some of the better players for both teams.
Yeah, just running through the budget, probably Chook. Look, I actually thought George Pedler was big in that second half. He, experienced head, he sort of took control up forward, but Blair Buchanan, very good. Lockie Treloar in the ruck was very good. Parsons was great in that second half. Jimmy Richo had his moments, very good in the first half. Wes Bilney, Zach Bullard and Mickey Franklin. And then for Tumby, some that come good in the second half, and Pearson, I've never seen him play before, but he's obviously a new recruit. He played well. Jacko Murphy, the McDonalds were both good. Nigel James kicking 4, and I thought Challenger was alright actually for a young fella who's only just come out of Colts. He did some good things, so yeah, Degner kicked 3.
Rightio. I'll go down the path of some of the names that I thought played well, and apologies for anyone that I missed, but Chandler and Corton I thought played very well for the Ramblers. Pedler you mentioned, Buchanan was outstanding. You can just say Moderers, because the Moderers they all played pretty well, pretty consistent along the way. I will mention Treloar. He's not going to get in my votes, but I'll tell you what, I thought he rucked well all day and did a lot around the ground as well, so my apologies that he won't figure in the votes. The Parsons Nose, I'm not sure whether his nickname's Nose, but it might be from now on. He had a very good second half. Richardson had a very good first half, probably a little bit quiet in the second half, and Bullard once again won't get in the votes, but his first half was outstanding. Bullard, as far as my votes are concerned. I'm not sure what your votes will be, Bunga. We'll worry about them in a minute. As far as Tumby goes, Sumner was very good. I really liked Pearson's game, particularly in the second half. Pearson was outstanding. That beautiful left foot of Pearson. Jacko Murphy outstanding. The two McDonald boys very good. Hartwick was very good as well, and he had 2 players against him just about every time the ball went down there. Vocal point of James was impressive. Jewett first half was very good. Cave also second half was quite good. McLeod across the board, he played a good game, and Challenger probably a little bit quiet in the second half, but the first half Challenger was certainly in the conversation for being one of the better players on the ground. Now, there's going to be arguments no matter which way we do these votes, Bunga, you know that. Would you like me to go first with my 5-4-3-2-1, or would you like to go first?
I'll go first if you like.
All right.
Starting with...
Bearing in mind, I'll just set the tone for the rules. Your votes, my votes get added together.
Yep.
And whatever's the highest total is classified as their best, best on ground.
All right.
So this could get ugly.
Okay. Well, I'll start off. My best player on ground today was actually Zach Bullard. I thought he was really good in the contest and had a heap of clearances, and just I thought he was pretty consistent all day. So that's the best game I've seen him play for Ramblers. Second, I had Blair Buchanan. Had another great game, a lot of metres gained with that left foot, and he was very damaging. Third, I had Jackson Murphy. I thought he was Tumby's best quite comfortably. Fourth, I had Wes Bilney with 5 goals, probably the difference really, 5 goals. And fifth, I had Jake Rowe from Tumby Bay. First time I've seen him play, and I thought he was pretty cool, calm across the back lines, and he just kept racking up possessions and intercepting back there.
Well, that's not too bad. And for the listeners and the viewers, we did not consult each other. We did not look at each other's votes. Maybe a little bit controversially, because it's not very often you see the best player on the ground given 5 votes in my book as far as a losing team's concerned. But I gave my 5 votes to Jacko Murphy. I thought he was outstanding, and you mentioned he was the best player for Tumby. I reckon he was the best player for Tumby by daylight. He was outstanding. As far as my 4 votes, or second best on ground, I was the same as you, Buchanan. Whether it's his bald head that caught the attention, I'm not sure, but he had plenty of it as well. So already we've got 2 left footers in a row there.
Yeah, they stand out, don't they?
But Buchanan, I had him as second best on ground. Third best on ground, I think, simply because his battle down there with the budgie was quite entertaining. But Bilney, I thought he was third best on ground. And you've got to reward people when they are a vocal point and they kick 5 goals in a game, bearing in mind that they'd only kicked 11, so he kicked almost half their score. Yep. So well done to Bilney. I had him third best player on the ground. Second best on ground, I gave to Jake Rowe for Tumby. I thought he was absolutely outstanding, and I gave one vote for fifth best on ground to, you mentioned him as being a veteran and a very good player. I thought George Pedler was outstanding.
Yep. Yeah, he was.
So that's where the interesting situation comes into play, because your best player on the ground, I didn't even give a vote. So, but I did mention that he's a bit hard done by, because I thought Bullard was best on ground in the first half by a long way. Him and Murphy in the first half were outstanding. With that in mind,
get your calculator.
Yeah, with that in mind, best on ground will be Jacko Murphy with 8 votes, only because he got a 5 vote.
Yep.
So he'll be best on ground. Blair Buchanan, probably a bit hard done by. He got 2 4s, so he was equal best on ground with 8 votes.
Yep.
Next is a tie for third best between Bilney and Bullard. So Bullard will get third best because he got the 5 votes.
Yep.
And fourth best on ground will be Bilney. And with 3 votes, Jack Rowe, which will be the 1 vote. So he'll be fifth best on ground. And you may ask, Bunga, what does it all mean getting these votes? Well, they get nothing. but they get the recognition that we've noticed, and I always like the fact, and it's a very selfish situation when you give 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s in this commentary position, because you know what I love doing?
What's that?
I love having a look at Player HQ later on tonight, and have a look at what you picked, have a look at what I picked, and see what the coaches and the best players are on Player HQ in regards to what the club thinks. So
they pick them different though than what we're picking.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see.
They pick them based on what they want out of their team
good point.
And roles played, whereas we're sort of picking on what we see. We don't know what role they've been given, and we don't know, what they've been told to do. So we're just going off best players for the day, and we still have them different.
And a lot of apologies. I mean, Clauden, Chandler,
the Modgers
Pearson,
were good.
The McDonalds, there were so many good players on the ground. And talking to your president, we'll talk to your president a bit later on in the day, in the evening, I should say. We'll talk to Simon Pedler, who's the president of the league.
Yeah.
And the conversation will be, well, that was a fantastic advertisement of Great Flinders footy.
Yeah, it was.
That was a really good game of footy that I really enjoyed. And to pick best players is always hard, and it's particularly hard when you've got 2 good teams going at it. So well done to both.
So what did you think of the standard sugar?
Very good.
Yep.
Very good.
Schools are quite good today.
I love. I mean, and let's face it. I mean, there's renovations with the Oval as well, so you can see a few Martians have landed on the ground. But I mean, it wouldn't have been easy, because the bounce of the ball wouldn't have been true.
Yeah.
In some cases, particularly when it hit some of those dirtier or those dustier patches. So the skill level from both teams, both from the winning team, Cummins Ramblers and Tumby Bay, I thought the skill level was outstanding. So well done to both teams. And Bunga, you're number 49 from now on. You've got the number 49 hat on. And just on behalf of SO Regional Footy, we use people to do special comments and maybe a little commentary like you did today, and I thought you were outstanding. So anytime we're anywhere near the Great Flinders, or anytime you're anywhere near us, wherever we might be, you are more than welcome to join us anytime you like, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks, mate. I've enjoyed that.
So well done, number 49.
Yeah, well, actually, number 49 is my number in the Lucky Hundreds Club at Ramblers. So, what are the chances?
It's a match made in heaven.
Well,
it's a match made in heaven.
Surely that'll come out tonight at the lucky draw. 49.
But on behalf of SR Regional Footy, to Scott, who's your president, to you, who's the vice president, to Adam, who's the treasurer or the secretary? He's the secretary. To all the committee of the Cummins Ramblers, we thank them very much for having us. We also thank Simon Pedler from the league perspective, and we also thank the Tumby Bay Footy Club for having us. We've had a great time here at the Cummins Oval. We're looking forward to coming back here when all the renovations are complete, because if you're anywhere near Cummins and you want to come to game of footy, come and have a look at the facilities here and what they're about to be in the near future, because it'll be absolutely brilliant. But on behalf of SR Regional Footy, we hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend. A big thank you to Bunga Fitzgerald, a big thank you to everyone involved, a big thank you to Paul Rowan, who's been on the camera. If you need any camera work done, any live productions done, On Air Media is where you need to go. He's based in Port Lincoln and does a brilliant job, as you can tell by the quality of the camera work that he's been doing. You can see the score there. It was a win of 14 points to the Cummins Ramblers over the top of Tumby at the Great Flinders Footy League Round 3 action. We've had a great time, although the temperature has dropped about 3 degrees in the last 2 minutes. But it's been a great day, and we really thank everyone that's made us feel so very welcome. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll catch up with you next week. We're heading to Moonta next week, Bunga, if you want to come.
Well, my wife's got a shack there.
Well, there you go.
Come over. Who's playing?
Moonta versus Butte, which will be a good clash.
Well, if it hasn't rained, I might come over.
There you go. You're more than welcome. There you go. We've already got next week sorted. But anyway, until then, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. And it's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And have a great weekend. And once again, thanks very much for tuning in, and hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Bye for now.